In the time prior to the emergence, the Garden Realm existed as a land of plenty. The Landplaque people filled endless days with a myriad of activities. Then came the Starnum. The Starnum's ability to manifest objects and outcomes of their desire blinded their vision to the balance that existed in the garden, and in their era, a change began. Before they realized what was happening, the garden drained them of their abilities, absorbing their manifesting energies into the landscape and leaving them with only mastery of the mind. Now charged with the foreign energy, the garden erupted with power. The sky crystal cracked, and strange life forms emerged. Manifesting energy imbued the essence of all things with sentience. The paradigm of reality shifted, revealing a new garden, Nuovarden. In the 100 years since, the denizens continued to seek knowledge of the changed realm, discovering forgotten ruins, dangerous creatures, and lost technology. Guided by creativity and the power of imagination, characters explore endless possibilities in a vast new world, evolving greater strength, improved skills, and command of the ever-changing landscape.
Hello. Thank you. That was a great transition. I love that. Yes. Welcome to the finale of Terrorforma, set in the awesome world of Nuovarden, if I do say so myself, a non-medieval fantasy that features lots of surprises and discovery in a world of exploration about 100 years after the event called the Emergence. We're going to get into the recap in just a minute, but I would like to get everyone a chance to introduce themselves and their characters, who they're playing. Our characters did evolve, which is our word for leveling up. So we're going to talk about that briefly as well, what that means. I am DungeonMisterTy. Nuovarden is the little invention that came out of my dream and has grown into this system that we use, this game and setting and system that we use to bring to you this adventure. So that's me, but without taking up too much more time, let's go into the cast. Cast, if you will, when I call on you, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what additional discipline you picked up when you evolved. And looking at my screen, I'm going to go around the clock. So Stephanie, would you please kick things off?
Sure. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I am playing Arithne, one of the Asgal, and their default discipline is Song, and she has taken lore as her next evolution.
And what do you know about lore as a discipline?
Lore seems to be a knowledge base, but it can be applied more broadly than to just history. It can also function in bartering, in harvest, with identifications of flora and fauna, as well as in survival checks. So it has a lot of uses that aren't just history, which it also functions as.
Nice. Very good. Yes. Thank you. And not to put anyone on the spot, but I appreciate hearing what you understand about the discipline so that I'm learning what you are learning. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Ian.
There we go. Mute. Hey, everybody. I'm Ian, or your boy Big on all socials. I play Melosi, the Landplaque from the Allnot clan, more specifically. And in my new evolution, I chose Element as my next discipline. So I'm excited to see what I can do with the aspect of his initial discipline being body and then adding Element to it. I don't know. I'm thinking rock fists, maybe. That'd be fun. Full armor of fire. Dude, we're gonna go crazy. It's gonna be awesome.
I think I'm gonna learn how this discipline works. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah, Kev.
Yes, hi. I'm Kevin, and I am found online at the socials at Kevran Games. And tonight I'm returning as Kaban Mas, who is one of the Linai. They are naturally elemental transmuters, so his discipline that he started with was Element. And now he has spread out. The mystery of the world is unfolding before him, and therefore he has disciplined himself into Mystery, which is a new type of discipline that is exploring ways to push the boundaries theories of how manifesting works and finding new ways to explore the world through the power from within. So very excited to do some really crazy mind bending and world bending stuff. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
I think I've set myself up. a Lenai with element who's able to already wreak havoc and then teleport and turn invisible on top of it.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, what could go wrong?
It's gonna be fun
For me. And Deb, would you please?
Hello, I am Deb. I am playing Arithne's younger sister, Inazi, also an Asgal. So along with the primary discipline of song, I have also taken element. So I think we've got the market cornered a little bit on elements. We're going to do pretty well with handling those. I'm really excited to see what shenanigans we get up to.
And what I'm looking forward to seeing with that, and what the audience can watch for as well, is the way that the different characters use element. Because even though there's that triple overlap, it's not redundant. It's not necessarily redundant at all. And we're going to see what that looks like as we go. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, yes, the players also gained 1 additional die to their dice cache. So now instead of 2 dice, they have 3 dice available. And again, as a refresher, that's each action requires at least 1 die, a maximum of 2 dice, and there's a maximum of 2 actions available. The players also have the assist option with a residual die, or before their turn in the turn order, can use one of their dice to throw in on an ally's turn to try to help the outcome of that roll. And we have a new rule that we are playing with now, where the players may also delay one of their actions, commit their dice, and then wait out of their turn for an opportunity to take that action should they wish to perhaps combo or help one of their allies do something in the heat of the moment. So we're going to see how that works. As we get into it, let's settle in. And as we recall, there was this situation going on over the last few episodes where, as the party was traveling through the garden, they came to a Wotan harvest camp where the Wotan were collecting raw materials, as they're prone to do, gathering items for work on the tower, which is this great enigmatic structure that the Wotan people build as part of essentially a religion of theirs. The story going about building the tower, destroying the tower, building it again, having it destroyed, building it again, and having it destroyed for their next enlightenment. And so they build this tower nonstop, and it's a great honor for them. Otherwise, they generally tend to be out collecting materials to build on the tower and take them back for the continuing construction. When the party discovered this camp, they also learned that there was a Lenai group up on the mountain who were not happy with the Wotan being there. Led by the leader Wusham, who was a red Lenai with a bad attitude, there was a lot of back and forth trying to negotiate with Wusham to see what could be done to let the Wotan do what they're doing and satisfy the Lenai's demands. And Wusham was not being very cooperative. The Lenai actually attacked the Wotan camp twice while the party was there. The second time, having fended off the second attack, prior to that engagement, the group had seen along the ridge line a number of Lenai lining the ridge next to large boulders that looked like they were preparing to roll down the mountainside and into the camp as part of their attack. However, as the battle cleared and the group chased off most of the Lenai that were attacking, they realized in looking up on the ledge that all of the Lenai up on the ledge had disappeared. And that's the point that they recalled having heard some strange calling voice from the mountainside as well that they did not recognize. Something was going on up there. So they decided ultimately to explore. Initially, Melosi talked the leader of the Vardien into going and doing a brief exploration, just the two of them. The Katara, the leader of the Vardien, and Melosi rode one of the Andals up the hill and got about some distance up the mountainside before they were attacked by a strange 1-foot tall insectoid type creature that had a vertical mouth of fire that attacked them with. And Melosi was able to kill one of the creatures, and it immediately turned to stone upon killing the creature. Deciding that having actually one of the Andal creatures was wounded by the attack from this creature, they decided to head back and report what they found, and then return as a group. The Vardian decided that they were out. They were going to hold back and go back and prepare defenses at their location. However, Plankmaker decided to lead the group up the mountain, and as they were approaching the Lenai camp, began to see in the darkness, because the twilight had come, the darkening had fallen, little lantern-like lights approaching. And as they got closer, a small swarm of these little creatures engaged, and that's where we pick up. So, group, as we get into tonight's session, please, if you would decide your combat order. And we are going to do this a bit theater of the mind. So who's going to go first?
So I do remember on the last session, I was kind of taking point because I did see those lights first. Also do remember that I was like making sure everybody's really low to the ground, so hopefully we can still be quiet while we're doing it. So
sounds right. Yeah.
I'll start in the order.
Who's second?
I like to think that normally Kaban Moss is last, but I think this time he's actually prepared for this. He is going to react a little bit faster to the fact that it looks like living manifestations are coming towards us. He wants to interact with us a little bit quicker. So I would like to go second if I could.
Okay. Who will be third? The sisters are next up.
If you want to go third, you can.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So I think with her new lore discipline, I think Arithne is seeing the threat coming, going to be focused on on best maybe identifying where they might be weak. So she is going to try to go third in line. So depending on how the first two attacks go, if she can assist her sister in the follow-up, she's going to do that.
Good deal. And as you all spread out and you're crouched down, preparing to engage, these creatures move into your midst, and they're very easy to see because of those glowing mouths that are sort of mawing at the air. Melosi, so each of you are being attacked by two of these creatures. Melosi, you are first, so...
Okay, so they've already started to attack. Like we were past the. Okay.
It's like they knew you were coming and they just were scampering in your direction already, almost as if they could detect you were there even before maybe you were in sight.
Okay, so I currently have two on me right now already. Awesome. I mean, we're here. Let's just keep it going. I do have a question before we jump into it. Last session we got a key point. Can you remind me what that does?
Yes, key point is an award that the Seer gives to the players for any one player doing something insightful, solid RP. It's a reward, and what you can use a key point is any roll that you can make. You can use a key point for it to change the die, like a primacy, even if the roll doesn't typically allow you to do that.
Okay.
So if you were making a mundane action in a discipline you didn't have, if you were doing an assist roll, you could apply it to any of those rolls. Or if you're out of primacy, you would be able to use that as well.
Okay.
And if I may interject before you get into this, Ian, we all have advantage now thanks to our good friend Bleak Season. Woo!
Thank you, Bleak. Yes, indeed. So your advantage in this game, what that means is you can re-roll one of your dice if you don't like the result that you get in the first place.
Okay. All right. I just want to take a quick look around. I know it's getting darker. Can I hear or see any type of maybe body of water, big or small?
There is no water. This is a pretty barren hillside.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I will clarify that with the elemental manifestation, you do not have to have water nearby if you wanted to manifest a water something, because you are able to manifest. So
All
it's
right.
not required that the element is actually present.
Okay. I would like to. So there's 2 on me, and they're the same size as the one that I killed before, right? It's just a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I just want to grab both of them by whatever, like because you said their mouths open like this.
Right.
I want to try and grab them by their mouths, and I would like to manifest water into their mouths because that's where the primary source of their flame is, if that's possible.
Okay, so you want to manifest a gout of water down one of their gullets.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
Okay, and your intent is to injure, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you'll have to target your targets one at a time.
Okay.
Given on that description. So, how do you want to break up your attacks or your dice?
So I could use 2 of my dice for like the actual like injury of the attack, and then 1 for the manifestation. Is that my understanding?
Since this is an injury attack, you can simply manifest the attack itself. You don't have to do double manifestations on that because you're not enhancing the attack. It's a type of attack.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll just focus all of my energy on one of them, kind of just picking them off one by one as best I can.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna use all 3 of my dice.
You can only roll a maximum of 2 dice per one action.
Per one action. Okay, cool. Then I will use 2 because that's the rules.
Nice.
Perfect. That is a 3 and a 4. Awesome.
Oh, very nice. Do you want to bump that 3?
2 of 4. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my primacies to do
Okay, so that is a high success. So you literally blast water with your hand right to the mouth of this creature, and you can roll 2 dice of damage for that.
Okay. Here. It's a 2 and a 1, so 3 total.
Okay. Well, these creatures are not that big. So yeah, you blast into it, and as you do, the glow completely goes dark, and it as it's skittering up to you, you blast it in the face. It just freezes in location and turns to stone.
Perfect. I think with that too, I think in this moment, Melissa's gonna look at his hand and go, well, this is great. It's kind of just a silent moment of like, I'm gonna do so much damage. And then I assume Kabamos is probably right behind me because I try to keep them close, and look at him and go, did you see that? All right.
I'm so proud of you. That was awesome. Yeah.
I know this is actually really enjoyable. So water works, and I can do that now.
So question for you, you have 1 die left. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to make another attack, or do you want to hold it for something?
I'm gonna hold it to assist with Kabamos because I know he's like the glass cannon, like he said, just in case, if I can do that.
You don't have to declare who you're holding it for if you just want to hold it for assist. The only thing you do have to do is, versus that delayed action, you have to commit one way or the other.
Okay.
So if you're holding it for assist, that's all we need to know right now. Perfect.
That's what I'm doing.
Got it. Okay. All right. Kaban Moss.
All right. So since there's 2 coming in on Kaban Moss, little 3-foot tall, 25-pound Kaban Moss, he's going to look at the 2 of them who, even though he's, you said they were small, they're still kind of bigger than him. So he puts his hands up and he reaches deep down. That necklace that he has with that quartz-like rock in the little cage, there's something inside of it that spark lights up for a second. And there's a similar spark across his eyes. And as he puts his hands up, I want to do an energy shield and block the creatures from hitting me.
Okay. All right. So here's how energy shield works. If it's successful, you can do it. You can do it just around yourself. It gives you an armor factor of 2 that lasts until for the duration of the manifestation. So that automatically boosts your armor factor. It's not that it completely can't get through, but it adds that defensive bonus to you. So you can use 1 or 2 dice for that.
Well, there's 2 of them. Should I use 2 so that I'm protected from both? Is that how it would work? Or
no, it would work. It's a single effect upon yourself. If you roll 2 dice and got high success, you could expand the area that you cover. Okay. As it is on a single success, it's an 8x8. So anybody who is adjacent to you could be included in that. But other than that, it's a protection around you.
Okay, I'll do 2. That way I can expand a little bit further to help my allies as well. Whichever way, because I know the sisters are kind of behind me, sort of.
Seems perhaps.
So I'm going to try.
They aren't in combat order. Okay.
Yeah. So I will do that, and I'll hold on to my third one here for one second. My third die for a second here, but okay. So let's see what am I rolling here. Oh boy, that's 2 1s. That's a great start there, everybody.
Can I assist?
Wait, yeah, I have that assist too.
So between Nazi and Melosi, decide who wants to assist on that. But what that means for Kaban Moss at the moment is you don't want to do anything with your roll, because that's an innocuous miss as opposed to creating a high failure, which you don't want to do. So you can leave yours alone, or you could spend that primacy to re-roll it. Or you could use your advantage.
I'll use my advantage. Why not? It's there. Let's do it. Thank you, Bleak.
Okay, so that's 1 die.
One
that you
die.
can re-roll. Mm-hmm.
That's a good reroll with a 3. That's still not great, but can I boost that being with my primacy?
So technically you wouldn't be able to, because it's 1 effect to reroll 1 die, but this is a special assist from the chat. We will let you do that if you want to bump that for success. Yeah. And if either Inazi or Melosi still want to assist to try to increase the result of that, you can, or you can hold that.
How you feeling on this? Because I'll use mine, because you still haven't taken your turn yet, and so I just have that one. So at least you'll have your full cash.
Well, I would get my dice back.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm happy to do that, and then why don't I do it, and then because I'll get my dice back no matter what. All right, cool. I will roll 1. I got a 4.
Oh wow. Okay, so what that means then is, as you, Kaban Moss, put this shield up, it's a 16 by 16 foot range, which technically covers everybody. All of your allies. So all of your allies, as long as they don't move away from you very far, will be behind an armor factor 2 energy shield. So very nice. So you succeed. There's no negative fallout from that, and you have 1 die left. What would you like to do?
Oh, cool. What I want to do then is, as that comes up, I want to just kind of flex a little bit with my hands, and there's going to be a energy attack that's going to kind of like flash out of it like an arrowhead that surges out of the front of the shield and blasts one of these things right in the face if I can.
Go for it. That's a 1 die because you have 1 die left.
Okay, that's a 1 die is a 4. Lucky me.
Bam. Okay. Yeah. Baby. You can coalesce that energy shield that's protecting you and your allies, and then blast it out and hit one of these creatures. Give me your damage.
Okay, my damage, I'm assuming is just 1d4?
1d4, yep.
3, not bad. I'll take that.
Bam. As the energy slams into the creature, it also stops in motion and turns to stone. The light inside going out.
We're the Planeteers. You could be one too. I'm just saying.
As you do that, assuming you stay put, Blankmaker also gets involved and fires that arm crossbow that they have, that small launcher, at one of the creatures. I gotta add Blank on here. Blankmaker got double 2s, so that doesn't help anybody except for Plankmaker, who boosts their armor factor. But does anybody want to help Plankmaker with that assist?
Yeah, I'll jump in and help Plankmaker.
Got it.
Right, that's a 4.
Nice. Okay.
Let's go. So much luck tonight.
Plankmaker starts to aim, and as the bolt fires, it looks like it's going to go errant. And Melosi, you quick grab that energy and knock it back on target, and it hits the creature.
I feel like it's like a high kick, like it's coming by me and I see that it's going like off, and so I do just like a definitely roundhouse kick to get it back into direction.
Yeah,
I love it.
That'd make a great TikTok video. Blankmaker says, "Well done. Thank you for the assist." and fires
Violently
again.
shaking his head, like, yeah, come on, let's go.
And that's a 4. Plankmaker is on fire, but it's a glancing blow. Does not kill the creature, so the creature continues to advance. That is Plankmaker's turn. It is Arithme's turn.
So I think using that new lore discipline, she wants to analyze weakness on the creature to see where the best place to hit on them would be.
Okay.
So I'm going to use 2 dice for that.
Love that.
4 and a 2.
Nice. Okay. So you pick a target and you identify the target and you shout out to your allies, hit it between the legs, hit it in the leg joints. And
Always works.
while the manifestation is active, everyone that attacks that creature, and I'll mark, you can just tell me I'm attacking that creature, will get a decreased difficulty scale for that attack.
Ooh, cool.
And you still have 1 die left.
I think I'm going to use it to make an attack on the creature that Plankmaker had injured.
Okay.
So I will, let's see. I'm going to throw a sonic attack, directing the force of it at the joints of the legs,
Okay.
where I saw the weakness to be. And that's a 3. But
So you have to bump it because this is a different target from the
yeah,
one that you, So
I will. Yes, I will use the advantage from Bleak. Thank you, and bump that to a 4.
okay, I like that. I like that. That's a good way to use it. We'll go with it and roll your damage.
And that's 1d4 damage, right?
Correct. Yep.
That's 3.
Okay, yeah, that's plenty as you shout at it and like one leg goes snap and falls on the ground
Nice.
and the light goes out.
Awesome.
Very well. Is that it for Rithni?
Yep, seeing that Mon Moss made a shield around them, she is staying within that range.
Okay.
And I did need to ask, does the armor class of the shield stack with the armor we got before we set out, or is there a limit cap?
There's not, and in fact, that brings up a new observation. We have actually changed the rules on armor factor. There used to be a maximum of 4, but in reevaluating it, you would have to have some pretty special equipment to get up into the like close to 9-10 range, and by that time you're going to be dealing with creatures that are doing massive damage anyway. So we didn't cap it. It's not capped anymore.
Okay, great.
So you, whatever your armor factor is, it's 2 higher right now for a total of I don't know, what is it, 3, 4?
4 now with the armor
Okay.
I have already.
That's
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. So that is Arithne's turn. It takes us to Nazi.
All right. Inazi's going to target the first one that Arithne had attacked and kind of told us where to hit it in its weakness. She also saw that water was working and the way that Melosi took out the first one. And so I think she wants to... Can I like blend the disciplines and like sing a rain cloud into place and sort of like try and manifest a torrential downpour onto this one?
Or even like an ice storm or something.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah, you can totally do that.
All right. I got a 3 and a 4.
Okay. Do you want to bump that 3 to make it a high success? Or
I do, yes.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Actually, you don't need to because you already hit with the 3.
Okay.
Although a 3-4 is only a single success. So if you want the double damage, you'd have to bump it to a 4-4.
Yes, I will bump it.
Okay, you got it.
All right.
But that's on the one with the decrease, like
Yes.
difficulty, though, right?
That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay.
that one.
But even at a decreased difficulty, a 3-4 is still a standard success.
Yeah.
I rolled
got
a
it,
3
got
and a
it.
2 for damage.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, how do you, this one, I imagine like these little shards of ice just machine gunning down. And as it's pounding into this creature, even after it dies, it just blows it to pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's gone. Long gone. Okay.
And then I'm going to hold my other dice for an assist.
You got it. Okay, that leaves 5 of these creatures still left. They are attacking Arithne, Cabanmas, and Inazi. Actually, there's one on Melosi, one on Arithne, one on Cabanmas, and two on Inazi. So, Melosi. The creature skitters up to you. It opens its maw. You feel the heat emanating from it. However, I rolled a terrible 1, and I'm not going to bump it. I'm going to let you make a reprisal roll if you wish. That's 2d4.
Let's see what that does.
You got this.
That's a 3 and a 4. Man, these
right.
dice are hot. Okay, here we go.
So
We're using it all up now.
Right.
as the creature skitters up to you and opens its mouth and you feel that heat, you just punch it inside the head and punch that mouth closed for a second, dealing 1 injury. And that's what the creature got out of that attack.
Okay. So I deal 1 injury to it, or I take 1 injury because it's in its mouth?
You deal 1 to it.
Got it.
Because it missed so badly, it puts you in a position to actually deal it some damage. If you had rolled double 4s, you would also have slowed it.
Okay. So technically my fist is in this thing's mouth now. Okay, cool. When's it my turn?
I would say it's in its mouth. I would say you punch it upside the head and
Okay. Got
its
it.
mouth closed. Yeah. All right.
Like that
Arithne.
from Conan the Barbarian when he punched the camel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's also a 1, Arithne. You can do the same thing. You'd like to roll reprisal against it. Arithne.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to my sister. So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do reprisal. So that's 2d4.
2d4. Yeah.
It's a 2 and a 1, so not great
Okay.
there.
So in this case, you also try to hit it back as it overextends, but it skitters out of the way and you don't get a good shot at it. Cabanmas. Let's see if I can roll another 1 here. No, that's a 2, which is a flat miss. So you don't have anything to worry about. Inazi, now you are facing off against 2 of these things and they're coming in at 2 different angles. So they lunge with those smoldering mouths, and that is a 3 and a 3 each. I am going to use my primacy to hit because I'm rude. But let me look at my. I want to make sure I've got the right stat block information. Yep. Oof. That is 6 injury as you take 2 harsh burn bites from these creatures who have not been injured yet. So yeah, they just scald. Yeah, your flesh, your down burns away and your skin blisters and blackens. That wasn't very cool. So, however, that is their turn, and it's back to Melosi. Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. You had an armor factor of 2 from the shield, so reduce that damage by 2. And if you had any other armor factors, they also get reduced. But your
I had
armor
on.
Okay, so that armor is no longer effective, but it also reduced it by another point.
Okay.
So that's good. That's down to 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Whew.
A little better.
Good thing for armor.
Okay, Melosi.
Cool. So I want to kind of I'm going to focus on the one that I just punched to just kind of get it out of the way. I'm going to continue to punch it. Actually, you know what? I've already punched it once. I want to, because they're small, I want to take the head and I just want to squeeze, like we're squishing bugs.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Try and crush it.
Perfect. So that's 2 double 3s.
Okay, you want to bump one? Or do you want to keep
Yeah.
the double 3s?
I'll bump one using my advantage that I got from Blake.
Okay. All right, spend that and roll your damage.
Okay. And that's still also 2d4, yeah?
No, it's only 1d4 because it's a single success.
That one's a 3.
That'll do it. Yeah. So you grab the other one after you punch it, and then you come back and you grab it and squish it, and it turns to stone, and some of it crumbles in your hand as the head disintegrates from the forcing crush. You have another die, or what would you like to do?
I do have one more die. Who has 2 on them right now?
Inazi.
Okay, I want to run over to Anazi to try and take care of one of the 2.
Okay, so you sidle up next to Inazi to engage with those creatures. Go for it.
Yeah, so actually for for flavor, I kind of want to do just like a full-on sprint and then just like lunge into the air so I could do a flying elbow on one of them.
Oh, okay.
Now, with that, I do have a question. Being that I only have 1 die and I don't know if it's just too much stacking on one, can I do enhance body while I'm in the air to kind of make it seem like
That would be a manifestation, which would require separate action.
separate action? Okay, yeah. Well then we'll just do flying elbow, Macho Man style onto one of them.
Okay.
You smell what Malosi's cooking?
Just super intense. Just like, okay, we gotta get rid of all of these now. That is a 3. I'd like, if I can, like, use a primacy to bump it to a 4.
You may, yes, indeed.
Beautiful. And deal damage, yeah?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
2.
Okay, that is enough as you come down and crunch this one down, and it also, its legs splay out, and then it turns to stone. So it's got this sort of funny posture to it in death as you crush it into the ground.
Just get up and look at Anasi and go, I am having a lot of fun tonight. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That both of them were coming at the same time.
No, absolutely. I just because in the moment, we're having a good time.
Awesome. All right, and then that's it for Malosi, right? So that takes us to Kabanmas.
Alrighty. So I have the 2 on me still, or is this 1 now?
Just one.
Just 1. Okay. I want to, and I'm not sure if this will work. I want to try to turn, and I want to start to move away from the group so that hopefully this one will follow me. And as it starts to follow me, I want to turn and throw up a dimensional doorway between myself and it. That way it'll run into the doorway, and then I want to snap it shut.
Okay. All right. So, and with the size of energy shield that you have, I would think you could do this within that range and not actually leave that zone. So
Okay.
let's see how convinced it is to chase you as you move back. How far are you going to move back?
About half my movement, which will be 16.
So to the other edge of the shield, basically, backside of the shield. Okay, you're like, come on, little guy, come on. And as you move back,
Come and get me, all you can eat, buddy.
yeah, I mean, it's already attacking you. So as you move back, it's following you through. Go ahead and see how that dimensional doorway opens up.
Awesome. Yeah, I will. I'm going to use 2 of the dice for that. I'll leave 1 more for assisting or something.
So here's how it works with dimensional doorway.
Okay.
If you get a high success, you can actually choose the dimension that it opens into. If not, it will be random.
Oh, snap. You know what? Well, the max is only 2 die anyway, so I'm going to roll 2, but I'm going to keep that in mind when I roll here.
Okay.
Okay.
I realize I have a file open, so let me get that file.
A 3 and a 2. So I will use my primacy to bump the 1 up to a 4.
Okay.
Making
Any
that 8
assisters?
primacy now. And yeah, it can just be random. That's fine.
Okay. Then I'll have you roll 3d4 for me. Or actually, let's have chat roll 3d4 and determine what the dimension is that Kabanmas accidentally opened up into.
The vacuum dimension. We all get sucked in.
Somebody can help me track what chat comes up with for that total, because we're looking for the total. So we'll add all 3 results together for 1 number.
Nice.
They can just roll the d4.
Roll d4. Tell us the number. Pick a number between 1 and 4, chat.
Quick, chat, grab your dice
3 times.
Chat, pick a number between 3 and 12. $10.
Nice. All right.
Awesome,
so
Chad.
So what you see, Kaban Moss, is you open this doorway, it's an 8 foot wide, I mean, up to 8 feet by 8 feet, however big you want it, up to that dimension. You open this thing right in between you and the creature, and you're looking at it from sort of the back, the reverse mirror kind of side. It's like an animation that's playing over behind, and it goes charging into, let's see, what is 10 on the chart? Oh boy. I have to read this description.
Send to an unidentified ice cream shop.
You're not sure what this dimension is. There are signs of like game pieces and toys, kind of, but they're massive and they're just thrown all over the place. And you open up this dimension, and it's kind of a barren world from the looks of it. It's just littered with a bunch of giant toy junk. And you don't see any individuals, but the little tiny bug goes in through the membrane of the doorway and stands there and looks around. So for the moment, you've got this open door. Mm-hmm. Bear in mind that things can go in and things can come out as long as that doorway is open.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
Yeah, I want to try to snap it shut. Does that require another roll?
It does not require a roll, but it will require you to spend your die to end the manifestation early.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I'll do. Yeah, so as soon as it goes in, there's a moment where it looks around confused. It looks back to me. I just go, and then I snap it shut.
Nice. Okay. Well, that takes care of that. Nicely done. And that's all your movement. Have half your movement too, so you're good. Okay. Very good. Then
Back
that
to my
takes us
companions to see what they're doing.
to Arithne.
So seeing Anazi get hit, Arithne is going to use Healing Song to heal up some of those points, and she's going to spin the bracers she has, and it produces a kind of tune sounding like what their father would sing when he was cooking like dinner, just a kind of like a rejuvenating feel. And I'll use 2 dice because, yeah, that's her sister. So she's going to prioritize that. And that's a 1 and a 3. So I'm going to bump it with primacy to make that a 4.
Nice. Roll 1d4 and Nazi will heal not many points.
3.
There you go.
Hey, I'm back to full.
Yeah.
Thanks, sis.
No problem. Just don't get cooked.
Doing my best.
And you still have 1 die left, correct?
Yes. And I'm going to hold that for an assist.
Okay. All right. And Nazi, you are... wait a minute. I think I skipped Plank Maker. Let me throw Plank Maker in there real quick as they also fire at... the one that's attacking you, Arithne. So hearing that sound emanate from you and the music that you generate, it draws Plankmaker's attention, and they see that you're being attacked by one of those creatures. So they fire that little wrist. Plankmaker got double 2s. So although that's a benefit to Plankmaker, they cannot hit with that attack. Does anyone want to assist on that one if you can?
I do have 1 die left, so I can.
Okay, go for it.
I got a 3. Can I bump it?
You cannot, because an assist roll cannot be...
Okay.
You could use your key point if you wanted to do that.
Sure.
Okay, there you go. Yep. So how do you get that bolt to... You see your sister turns around, sings a song of healing to you. You recover. Plankmaker fires, and you see that it's going to be off the mark.
I think... I'm sort of receiving the healing, but also still reacting from like getting doubly singed by these two. And so like with sort of a loud shriek, I guess, like kind of using a sonic attack to redirect it.
Okay. You're sort of shoving with your voice.
Yeah.
And as it does it, and it slams into that creature, and it turns to stone with Plankmaker's bolt momentarily embedded in it, and then it just evaporates. And nicely done. And then Plankmaker takes a second shot at the other one that's attacking you. And that, ooh, Plankmaker, no. Plankmaker's going to bump that because that's a high failure. And that is Plankmaker's turn.
He does not hit an Aussie.
He doesn't hit an Aussie yet. An
That
Aussie
needs to
is
be
your-
a sticker. Plankmaker, no.
Nuovarden.
Don't undo my healing.
And an Aussie, you are back to power and ready to go.
Great. I am going to try and manifest another ice storm on this one that's attacking me.
Okay.
Double force.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm not even gonna have you roll. You just wham right in front of you, bring this thing down, and it's impressive for all of you to be in this proximity as this ice storm just pelts the environment. I will add that something like that can be done as an area effect as well. So on a map, it'd be a little easier to do, but if you're able to target an area within your manifestation size, which actually, now that I think about it, is actually 12 by 12 now at your evolution, you can affect up to that area with certain things. So, but you don't need it here. You just concentrate it all on this creature, and for the second time, absolutely obliterate it.
Yeah, that's my best friend. Yeah.
It's amazing.
All the creatures, you have dispatched them all. You look around, you don't see any more of those bobbing lights. Just somewhere further up the ridge is the Lenai camp. So do you need to say anything to each other? Do you need to do anything? What do you want to do from here?
Is everybody okay? That was crazy.
It was. I'm back to normal again. So it's
Yeah.
good that we have Arithne with us.
Yeah.
We have everyone together.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
so proud of all your elemental evolutions, guys. That was amazing.
It's so fun.
I shot
is,
water out
isn't
of
it?
my hand. It was
very cool.
crazy.
The best is yet to come.
Kind of dusting himself off, like, okay, we need to make to that camp now. Just keep an eye out for more of those creatures, just in case.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
try to have what little element of surprise we have left.
Plankmaker's looking at their wrist and they manifest another bolt and they shoot it into the ground, and they're like, I don't understand what my problem is, but yes, we should proceed with haste, and up the mountain you go further. As you continue up the mountain into the twilight, a little narrative here for you. After fighting off the firebugs, you continue your climb toward the summit. The sound of more fighting soon reaches your ears, and the glow of fire lights the horizon. The Lenai colony lies ahead. Cresting the rise, you see the stony hovels of the Lenai homes. Bonfires light the landscape, illuminating some of the figures while casting others in silhouette. You see the stony remnants of the dead, bug and Lenai alike. Porous black stone statues frozen in the throes of combat. And let me give you a new map. You are coming in from the bottom. If you would like to drag your avatars onto the map somewhere in this area here.
Coming from the bottom right. Here,
Down here
gotta
somewhere.
ping it. Okay, got it.
Let me find my link maker. And come on, Moss. I don't see you.
I should be down there. We're kind of in a diamond position right now. I should be on the left.
Oh, that is okay. Who am I missing? Is it a Nazi or it's one of the sisters? I think.
It's me. I always have trouble with the tokens every time.
If you drag like the newspapery looking, the 3-line thing, I think is what it is, and just click and drag it over.
Why is it not letting me drag it?
Or drag it by the
wait,
name. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be that far up just yet, so.
All right. So yeah, you emerge into this camp, and you can see these. It obviously looks like a village, and you see the Lenai against the firelight, and they're fighting more of these creatures. And it looks like they're under attack. And the creatures are. Let me see. I think I've got a little bit more narrative. You just see those creatures, those little ant bug creatures, pouring out of this glowing cavernous entrance that's in the face of a nearby peak, just over to the far left. And they've come across this flat reach into the Lenai camp, and they're attacking the Lenai, and it's back and forth.
Should we help them?
I think we just, most certainly, and starts firing little bolts into the fray.
So who are we helping? Melosi, who do you think? I mean, clearly I want to help the Lenai. I mean, those are my people, but I mean, are these the Lenai that are loyal to Wusham? I mean, are they gonna not be thankful? Or are these good? I'm so confused. Tell me what to do, guys.
Is there one close to us? At close, I would say within 32 feet of us.
This guy right there.
Right there.
Because that's 4, 8, 12, 16 feet.
Okay. I just want to yell over to him if he can hear me. Just go, "Hey, do you need help?" Just very straightforward.
The Lenai glances back at you, and as they do, the two. These are called Magrota. The two Magrota attack and bite in, and as the Lenai looks back to answer to see who said that, they turn to stone.
Oh,
oops.
No.
That gave me more answers than what I asked for. All right.
Well, I think closing the crevice in some manner is going to benefit everyone, but it could also give us a leg up with the Lenai and potentially... No, Wusham might be a lost cause with the Lenai.
Right.
Sounds right.
I'm on it. Elementeers, let's go. And I'm gonna point, and I'm gonna start heading in that direction.
All right, move yourself.
For the element controlled manifestors to come with.
I guess as everyone's running, I'm going, how are we going to close the... Are we just running with everybody? How are we going to close this?
I make a lore roll to try to identify the best way to close it, because I'm assuming the crevice opened because of what Wusham did to activate the volcano. Would that be... Let me see what would make the most sense.
Lore might tell you... Lore would tell you some things, Element would tell you other things. But you don't have Element, so...
Nope, so it would have to be lore for me. So...
Can I
don't know if no
for element?
object would apply.
Yeah, as long as I know, as long as you tell me what your objective is. So, for example, Melosi, you want to use Element to do like what specifically?
I'm gonna lie to you, Ty, I don't really know.
So like how to close it.
If there's something, if there's something we can do to the structure to prevent this from getting worse. But I think that would be more lore in this one.
Element would tell you maybe more the origin of how natural the rift is versus whether it was a manifested effect somehow, or something like that. Like how is it getting worse? I don't know, sort of
Is it
like
getting
that.
worse?
Okay.
That yes, I want to look at that, because then if it is getting worse, that gives us a timetable.
Okay. And Arithne, what did you want? You want to?
I want to try to identify the best way to close it, or at least understand it so that we could figure out the best way to close it. It probably doesn't qualify as an object, so I'm guessing recall history might be my best bet.
It could be a sort of a nature.
Okay, like a survival based.
Survival based, but in terms of like reading the geography.
Gotcha. So that's 2d4.
Yeah, called roll for both of you. Mhm.
Oh crap! I got a 4 and a 2.
4 and a 3.
Nice. You both interpret things a little bit. Neither one of you is sure how you might close it, but Melosi, you see it's not getting any worse. It doesn't look like it's growing, or it looks like it's a sort of a doorway, if you will, or a portal that's been not a portal in a mystical sense, but in a just a doorway kind of thing, a natural opening in the rock that's been kind of forced open to maybe activate the volcano or whatever. And so probably that was something that you would guess that Wushan did as part of, or maybe it was a byproduct of activating the volcano in the first place. So maybe there was some sort of natural shifting in the stone that split it a little bit. And this is similar with me to what you're picking up on it. It looks to be like geography in action. You know, it's the volcanic activity is causing a change in the structure, and it has opened up into this the inner part of the mountain, perhaps. And there's no lava pouring out, just those creatures are coming from in there. But there is a glow coming from in there. So there is some sort of volcanic activity going on inside.
I'm gonna yell that information out to the rest of the group.
Okay. Meanwhile, those little bugs, those Magrota, are running all over the place. The Lenai are fighting them off. Some of the Magrota are dying. Once in a while, a Lenai dies. It looks like when a Lenai, you see one Lenai hit one of the Magrota, and it crumples a little bit, and it staggers, and then it bites the Lenai, and when it does, like tendrils of red magma maybe, or fire go through the Magrota's body, and it kind of looks like it reinforces a little bit and recovers. So there's this give and take. Once in a while, one of the creatures gets turned to stone on either side when it dies. So obviously these Magrota have a pretty gnarly, they're a pretty gnarly threat for as small as they are, but they're also pretty easy to kill in your experience. So that's what's going on. So if you all want to sort of scamper your way into as you engage there, or if you want to sort of stand where you are at, just let me know.
Yeah, as I'm moving across the camp, I'm going to yell to the other Lenai, Lenai brothers and sisters. Well, I'm sorry, we are genderless. Fellow Lenai, come, hold off these creatures. We can close the gate. The gate. Come on, help us. Let's go. Come on, friends. And I'm just running over there to the chasm. The rift is. I'm going to try to seal it off.
The rift is some distance away yet.
Okay.
It's way over here. If you can see where I'm pinging, off the map. And you've got a whole camp that's engaged here.
These red dots on the map, are those the Magrota?
The red dots are the Magrota. The black dots are creatures that have been turned to stone.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to charge over to these two, where I got the other Leonite killed.
Okay.
Arithne's going to turn to Anazi and just ask, that ice storm you sung into being earlier, can you make that bigger?
I can try.
Did I hear that? I heard that, right?
I'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we
Triple
all...
ice storm.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, we all focus together. This is a way that the Lenai, we've done this in the past. We can combine our chaotic energies. We can focus for once, and we can really manifest with strength. You know, we could do this.
Elementeers.
Yeah. Our powers combined, we can do it.
Because that's a really good idea if we could do that.
I think this is the first Nuovarden party name
Yeah.
The Elementeers.
Rithne's an honorary member, being the only
Yes.
one without elements.
Well, there was a member of the party that had heart, wasn't there?
There you go.
There you go.
On
Not
the
to
front of the
mention-
shirt, it says Elementeers. On the back, it says Plank Maker. No.
I love it. Stretch goal number 1 right there.
There it
Like,
is.
Not only that, but as the lore person in the group, Arithne, it's elemental.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, that's my dad joke for the session.
There it is. No, we're gonna take that one. That was good.
That was good.
Okay, so as you're strategizing, bringing this this ice elemental aspect to considering what you can do for the rift, you do notice that the bonfires that are in the camp don't look like they're random. It looks like they're deliberate. They're pyres or literally built. So whatever the Lenai were doing, that may have been part of just what they do at the darkening, and they were attacked at some point in that process. But as you prepare to do all that, let me see.
16 that we have to kill.
And the Lenai are also dispatching them. Why is it giving me so much trouble all of a sudden? Okay. So are you all pretty much where you want to be on the map?
Yeah, are we going to try to like make that initial, like that's our initial blow here to kind of combine potential elemental gifts?
Well, you're not close enough to the rift because you know that you can affect a 12 by 12 foot area each. And if you do really well, maybe you could double it to 24 each. So you're looking at, the rift is across camp and some distance away. You can see it glowing in the mountainside, but it's not right here.
And are the Magrota?
Magrota?
Are they like continuously pouring out of the crevice?
It seems you see some trailers skittering out as well. However, some moments into your assessment of the battle, the ground shakes briefly, pauses, and then bursts forth in a shower of dirt. A massive Magrota climbs forth, burning with the fury of the volcano. And of course,
I knew it was going to be a big one. There has to be. There's little
Found
ones.
the
There's
queen.
a mob
Oh,
somewhere.
boy.
Yeah.
bam, it comes up
That's scary.
right where you're at. How could that be? Let's see,
Yay.
where's my creature? Okay, got it. Yeah, it's about twice as big as, not twice as big as Molosi, but half again bigger. And choose your combat order.
Behind
Well,
it.
I was trying to get over to the rift, so to speak, to try to close it. The whole time I was just kind of running and trying to do that. So
Okay,
I think I'm
so-
too preoccupied for a moment to do anything.
So why don't you put yourself 8 squares up somewhere? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would put you out here, actually, because diagonals count as double after the first
Okay,
one.
there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay, so who's first?
It's right in front of me, so I think I would sort of react instinctually.
You got it. Who's second? Kabam Moth, I'm going to put you fourth now because you're furthest away.
You got it.
I'll go second to back Nazi up and then also try to do my analyze weakness again to give us some advantage on this thing.
All right, so Melissa, that puts you third.
Yep. I have a question too. Since it popped up in front of me but facing away from me, do I get any advantage on like it doesn't see me behind it and I can anything?
I mean, chances are that it's not going to target you right away because of the others.
But I get no equivalent to a sneak attack. Like I can like
Yeah, no. In this instance, there are situations like that, but in this instance, it knows stuff's going on already, so it's not really surprised that there's combat activity, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. good checking on that for sure. Also keep in mind that any any ranged attacks within melee do increase the difficulty scale. So you want to step back if you're going to range. But to start us off, it is Inazi's turn first.
Great. We were just talking about combining our powers to create a giant ice storm, so I think I had prepared myself already, and I'm just going to try and unleash more ice on this giant one.
Okay, you got it.
Double twos.
Okay, so just a quick review of the rules. That means that you automatically receive recovery. So you can choose to gain an armor factor, to heal an injury, to recover a primacy, to remove a negative status effect, or to gain a positive status effect if you think there's one that will help you. Does anyone want to help Inazi try to succeed on this attack as well with an assist?
I will.
Okay. So Inazi, if you know what you want to recover, you can go ahead and claim that.
That's just a 2.
Oh no! Chat.
Can I help the help?
You cannot. What we have here, crew, and if Bleak is still in the chat, we'll know this. This is a manifesting event. We have triples, and this is the only way this can happen.
Oh
if
boy.
Chat will give me a 3d4 like last time and give me the total, I will ask Inazi what your recovery option is.
Come on, chat, roll hot.
I was going to gain an armor factor.
Okay, you've got the armor factor back. You are good on that. And perhaps the most chaotic event.
This is why Arithne is an honorary member of the Elven Tears.
Can you be a founding and an honorary mentor?
Yeah.
For sure.
Honorary
9.
founder.
Okay, 9. Here we go. Let me find my table. I moved my table around on my.
Turns into a bunch of toys. Oh wait.
You're right.
That one small one comes back out of nowhere.
Oh man. Okay. As this energy, it just you all feel it sort of like a vacuum suck in, and there's like a momentary silence, and then there's this rippling explosion out, boom, across it just echoes across the whole battlefield. Structures shake, and the creatures, all Lenai and Magrota, look around, and you have manifested accidentally, Arithne, savage strength. Both Arithne and Inazi gain +2 damage factor on physical attacks until the end of Inazi's next turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Punch it right
that's
down.
cool.
You both just, boom, your lithe forms hulk out, boom, and you, Melosi, you see something that you've only seen commonly in your culture, boom, as their muscles just erupt with this savage strength, and they get sort of, you both get kind of like, geez, we got to think about eating meat. And
You guys look great. Look at you. Yeah. Like super hype behind this.
Is this what it's like to be you all the time?
Every single minute of the day.
I'm so hungry.
This is the most emotion you've ever seen Melosi in the whole time of ever adventuring with him. He's just hyped.
And Ozzy, you still have an action if you want to take it, or you can use your die for something else.
I'm going to save it for an assist.
Okay.
And I would like to move back behind this tent to get out of sight range of this.
All right. Got it.
Magrota.
No, don't run, you're buff.
You can run back. It's fine.
He'll be right back.
Plankmaker actually gets to go for now as well.
Ooh.
So Plankmaker is like, oh golly, and steps a bit back and then fires that. And there you go, Plankmaker. That's a hit
Nice.
for 3. And Plankmaker fires again, manifesting that. Oh dear, that's not good.
Plankmaker, no.
Plankmaker does not do well, but I'll use a primacy to keep that from being a high failure. And that's it for Plankmaker. However, this creature gets to go, and it spins around at Plankmaker and Melosi, and its mouth opens up, and this gout of fire blasts out at both of you.
Oops.
This is a new creature, by the way, that you will not find in the core rulebook. However, if you help Nuovarden become a thing of your beautiful life, who knows where it might show up in the future. And that attack from this creature, this giant Magrota. Oh dear. It hits. I will allow, okay, I need a challenge roll, however, from Melosi to prevent from being slowed. I will also get one from Plankmaker.
Is that just 1d4?
Yeah, it is 1d4, yeah. If any 4 will do it for you.
That's a 1.
Okay. As you and Plankmaker, this thing spins around on you, and you're like, how bad can it be? These things are easy to kill. It blasts a gout of fire that erupts around both of you. You both take 6 injuries, and you are slowed, which means your maximum movement is down to 16 feet until the end of the next turn.
Oof. Okay. No, we're good. We're still good. We're vibing. I'm awake now.
We got him right where we want him.
And then,
sweetie.
And then it lunges with its. This one has mandibles as well as that vertical mouth, and it lunges at Plankmaker. Ooh, and hits Plankmaker. Oh, don't forget your armor factor will reduce that damage a little bit if you had it active. And Plankmaker, dang. Yeah, one of Plankmaker's, the ball wrist on one of Plankmaker's arms pops off and the hand goes flying through the air. Plankmaker's like, oh no. And is like their arm is sort of smoldering. The wood is burning a bit. Fortunately, they didn't lose their crossbow arm. And whew, it is Arithne's turn.
So with this savage strength, I don't have body as a discipline, but does it let me roll body as a discipline while I have it? Or
no, it doesn't. It just allows you to do that extra damage if you do hit.
Okay, and it's only for body stuff, right?
Since it's a melee, it's a body attack. Yeah.
Okay, so I would just use. Discipline. So I would just use 1 dice for that. If it's
no, you can still use 2 because it's an action. You just can't use primacy to bump it.
Gotcha.
But you could use your key point if it comes down to it, if you wanted to use it here, and you haven't used yours yet.
Nope, I have not. So
and we have another advantage from Bleak that just rolled in.
Oh!
Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. And one for each
sheet.
from Dave. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Got that. So
Good time.
Arithne is probably never going to be this buff again. So she's going to use it while she has it, and she's going to. I have to run up to it, I believe, right?
You will have to close to melee, yeah.
Yep, that's fine. She's gonna run up to it and she's gonna take her scythe and just kind of. She's gonna aim for its mouth, and I don't know if the mouth is big enough for her to temporarily pin it closed with her. I mean, not a scythe. Yeah, it's a scythe, not a. No, it's a sickle. Yes,
sickle.
it's the small one. Sickle, yes, not a big one. Yep. So
it would be pretty hard to pin it. That would be more of a status effect, though. If you wanted to try and do that, you could. You could do something like shoot for hobbling it, which would be a status effect, which would make its physical actions at increased difficulty scale for a round and a half. Or you could just go for damage, which you've got. That's what your bonus is doing for you right now. It's giving you that extra damage.
then I'll go with the extra damage because it's going to go away on Inazi's next turn.
If you roll double 4s, you can do both.
Ooh.
double advantage and
It's
a key
double
point.
force. Yay!
Awesome. That is awesome.
Amazing.
Wow.
Oh my god,
Okay.
that's so cool.
Okay, so here's what happens. First of all, this creature is hobbled, so we have to put a marker on that. Dun, dun, dun. Very, very nice. Give him a wrench in his plant and roll your damage. So that's double damage plus 2 damage factor.
Ooh. So I double the dice, or I just double the number I roll?
You can roll 2 dice
Cool.
for damage, and then you'll add 2 to the total.
Gotcha. That is a 2 and a 1 plus 2, so that's 5 damage.
You got it.
Do I have
Yeah,
any
and you-
movement to get a little bit away from it left, or no?
Let's see, which one are you?
I am
The one not
The blue?
behind the tent.
the orange one.
This one. Okay.
Why it
So you
doesn't-
would have gone 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, you've still got 5 squares total that you can move.
Yeah, I want to back up because I know this is probably not going to last, and I don't want to be near that. But I'm just gonna just yell, "This was awesome! Never punched anything before."
It's
Very cool.
great.
That takes us to Melosi.
Oh man, I'm hyped with the energy all around. So is the mandibles of the very large Groth, they're closed with what you just did?
Or the mouth is pinched. It's hobbled, so basically the whole face of it is kind of wrecked at the moment, and it's sort of trying to get its bearings. So universally, it's more difficult for it to attack at the moment, physically.
Okay. What I'd like to do is I would like to grab one of their mandibles and just rip it off.
Okay. All right. So
Cool.
you are gonna try and just
Yeah, like a full, like one of those full deadlift like lifts, just rip it right off. It's hard to pinch anybody when you only have one, so that's
Yeah.
my logic.
So we're going to give this similar effect, although it's already hobbled. So that would be an outcome on double force, but you can still do that big damage.
Okay.
So let's see.
All right, here we go. That's a 4 and a 3.
Do you want to bump it?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, you do. Okay, spend that primacy and bump it. Or I guess you could use one of your advantages since we're allowing those to bump the result.
Yeah, I'll use one of my advantages. Yeah. Beautiful.
And roll 2d4.
Rolling high. Oh, okay. Now that double force.
Oh, wow. I believe, let me see.
This is the most luck
Why
I've
don't
ever
you-
had rolling physical dice.
Describe how you kill that creature.
Absolutely. So, just after seeing everybody just put it in the work, Melosi goes up and grabs one of the side of the mandibles and he digs his heel in, both of his heels, and with the Groth paws that he has on there, you can kind of see the claws on them just wrap around the mandible, and he wrenches back in one full movement, and it pops out in like one swift, beautiful Russian ballet moment. He spins it around and just taps it right in the head of the beast, and then just stands back and is just.
And as you do, that mandible just embedding in the head, it locks up and turns to stone, and is this like, it's almost like a beautiful sculpture of this creature as it turns to this igneous rock right in front of you. And as you catch your breath, I guess we still have Kabanmas. If you would like to do something from where you're at to finish off the order, as you look around, the Lenai look like they're getting a handle on things as well, as this is all coming to fruition here. And
well, I mean, it's still quite a distance away, so I don't really think running is going to be all that really effective. But I just have to ask though. I have a memory that flashes back of my previous life before I was brought back into this form, and I remember traveling great distances. So I'm going to ask you, as the seer, how far can I teleport?
So that's an area effect. You could teleport 12 feet up to 24, depending on how strongly you manifest that
I see.
energy.
Okay. And with 3 dice, could I theoretically do that each time?
No action can use 3 dice. An action's
I know,
2
but
dice max.
3 different times.
Oh, you only get 2 actions max. 2 actions max, any action 2 dice max.
Okay. Then
but you could do it twice, which would give you, well, that would give you technically, if you were super successful, you could go up to 36 feet at your current evolution.
no, that's okay, because I don't think I'm going to get there anytime soon. That's going to really make a difference right now. So I'm just going to look around. I'm going to kind of turn on my heels a little bit. I'm going to see there's this big giant flame that's gouting up in the middle of the camp over here.
It's actually a bonfire.
Oh, it's a bonfire. Okay. Oh, geez. I really. Okay, so there's some nearby. Some of these Magrota that are nearby. I'll just blast them, I guess, with energy attacks.
Okay.
Actually, what I'll do instead, I'll do like water, because that would be cold, right? If I did like little ice shards.
Mhm.
So, all right, so I'll roll 2. So 1 and a 3, so I'll use a primacy to boost that 1.
Okay.
Let's save those advantages for when we have to fight Woosham, because I know it's coming. And then I'm going to well, that's really going to be it then, because I have an extra die, but I'll just hold it for a second.
Roll your damage on that 1 attack.
Okay, D4. That's a 4.
Nice. Yeah, you blast 1 and wipe that one out. And you're holding your other die?
Yeah, and I'm gonna just kind of turn back and watch to see if my companions need any more help. I mean, I knew they got it on lockdown, so I wasn't gonna cramp their style. But I'm just gonna stand here and wait. Need help?
Okay. As the battle calms down and you see the surviving Lenai pull back, and they actually turn and they just rush up to you, and they're chattering so much, like you can't understand hardly what they're saying. They're crying, they're sobbing, and they're saying something about Woosham, and they're like pleading, and they're gathering around like children trying to get to the ice cream truck, like for the last ice cream, but they're not happy about what's going on. And as you try to make sense of that and all this chatter going on, we're going to take a break and come back and find out what is going on. So, nice action, nice creativity. Thanks so much, chat, for helping us with our manifesting event, a natural manifesting event. That was fantastic. And with helping us with our random portals, and who knows what else is going to happen. So let's take a break, and then we'll come back here after a few short minutes and conclude this grand finale. All right. Thanks, chat, for sticking with us. We are blaming the technical difficulties on Woosham, who has been the problem this whole time. So as the group, as you gather, you collect yourselves and look at the devastation and the chaos, which in some regards you expect from a Lenai village, but not to this degree. And with the smoldering entrance to the volcano some distance away, the Lenai just crowd you, and they're yammering on about, oh, it was terrible, and you got to help us, and Woosham's gone, and it's just chaos. And Plankmaker seems overwhelmed, and literally everybody in the village has has come up to you. There's no more Magrota roaming around or anything. Maybe you see one off in the distance that seems to have gotten onto some other interest or something, but what would you like to do?
Can I start singing like a calming song to try and like just get everyone to take it down a couple notches so that we can understand what's happening?
Yeah, I love it. Go for it. Go for it. Go ahead and give me a called roll for that.
All right. That is a 3 and a 2, so I will use a primacy to bump it.
I'm not going to make you spend your primacy.
Okay.
I won't make you spend your primacy on that. You start singing, and maybe Arithne, maybe you also pick up, and the two of you start. And the crowd, especially immediately in front of you, starts to simmer down. And as they start to simmer down, it seems to have an effect throughout as it reaches towards the back. And pretty soon, there's just more like controlled sobbing intermingling throughout the group. And Kabanmas, for you, this is a little bit unusual because Lee and I tend to be pretty happy-go-lucky. It's like, live for today and be back tomorrow kind of mentality. But there's something that's really gotten them upset.
Everyone, you can confide in us. Let us know what's happened here. We're here to stop Wusham and to turn back what he did. So tell us what we can do to help you all.
I put Gabamas on my shoulder to make it more of a focal point so everybody can like see them. Yeah.
Almost in full unison, all the voices together say, Wusham is dead. And then the sobbing kind of picks up from there a little bit more. And as that happens, one of the Lenai steps forward, a brown and gray emphasized Lenai who approaches, and they sort of give room to that individual as they move forward. And this individual says, we were having a gathering, night gathering, and the Wusham was talking to us, and a big pink creature came out of the volcano and landed, and it was in big buzzing, came buzzing in the big wings, and it landed in front of Wusham, and they had an argument, and then it breathed on Wusham and turned him to a rock. It took the rock away. My name's Akern.
Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Yeah, Arithne, do you have any idea what kind of creature that might be?
Certainly try. I'm gonna recall history, I think is the move I want here.
Make a called roll.
That's a 4 and a 2.
Okay. All right. So pink creature flies, breathed. Throughout the land, there are a few well-known creatures that none of you have ever seen. But they have massive reputations. There is some sort of like sky jelly that is like, it can attack you before it even gets close to you. It comes out of the sea, it flies through the air. But that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like it. There's also other creatures, if they were speaking, like you're like, this sounds like some sort of intelligent creature. There's like animals, and then there's other life forms. And if it's speaking, you're sort of thinking maybe it's something out of another realm that might have come through. It can fly. It could be a fate worm, but that would be pretty wild. Otherwise, it may be something that none of you have ever even heard of before. But it's hard to affirm, and the Lenai don't seem to know what it was either. But they said it was pink, and that's a weird detail. From everything that you can think of, not having seen something that immediately comes to mind like that.
Can you, like, is there like a stick that I could pick up or something?
Sure.
I pick up a stick and I hand it to them and I go, "Can you draw it like in the dirt as best?"
So Acorn takes the stick and tries to draw in the dirt. And okay, drawing in the dirt, Arithne, that's probably a fate worm. Fate worms, fam, are this dimension's. Okay, we'll dumb it down to this dimension's dragon.
Oh.
But in this world, they tend to show up at really inconvenient times for their victims.
Almost like fate.
Fate worms. Exactly. The connection to the pink suggests to Arithne that this may be a younger creature because they're born pretty light colored in the mauve pink kind of range, and then gradually they grow darker as they age until they're of the venerable age when they can be very almost black. They turn so blue that they're almost black. And they become more powerful. So they have lacy wings like an insect. And then they have a reputation for having other abilities that are sort of mysterious in how they work. And that's about all that you know. But looking at Acorn's pretty accomplished drawing, that's likely, from your knowledge, what they're talking about.
Boy.
Woosham angered a fate worm. Unsurprising, but irritating all the same.
Yeah, he's just making everybody mad, isn't he?
So, which direction did the fate worm fly off in?
And Acorn points back across all the way toward that opening in the mountain and says, "Over there."
Into the crevice?
Yeah.
Is that where it came from too when it emerged the first time?
I think so.
Oh.
I think it came out of the mountain, and you see that cavernous maw on the mountainside. And Plankmaker says, "We shall certainly help you. Allies, please, will you assist me in finding their friend?"
Yeah. Might go hand in hand with closing the crevice.
Well then. And Plankmaker sort of stands tall. There's a little bit of smoke still coming off of one arm. And Plankmaker goes, moment. And repairs a little bit of damage. Good job, Plankmaker. If any of you wish to do so the way healing works, if any of you wish to use any of your healing abilities, if they're manifestations, each individual that can do something like that gets one attempt out of combat. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I want to do self-heal.
Okay.
And I feel compelled to ask, with my new discipline, one of its abilities is Void Heal. What exactly is that?
You're just miraculously able to repair injury. It's part of the home culture that of the mystery discipline is the Ixia. And the Ixia are actually reputed on very rare occasions to be able to restore individuals to life after death. So that's sort of an extension.
So it's just another type of healing then.
Yeah, it's another type of healing. Right.
Okay.
I got a 4 on that manifesting event.
Your manifested healing?
Yep.
Okay. Let's have chat roll for a manifesting event because they bought one. And this is the time that it's going to happen.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
All right, chat, give us that number.
Can we all rage out? Can we all do that?
We're just everybody.
Amazing.
Huge henshin sequence.
I'm
Everyone
seeing
just
Kaban Moss like,
So an interesting thing about manifesting events is most of the time it involves 2 because it's the active player and the one that assisted. But because this was a off-the-shelf purchase,
Say it. Say it. It's all of us, right?
No, actually, it's just the individual. But, well, let's see what happens. You might not want it to be all of you.
Oh, I think we do. No.
Okay.
But let's see. We'll see. 11.
All right. Let's see what we've got here on an 11.
Everybody dies. Great game. No.
Everybody spontaneously grows wings.
That'd be cool.
Okay, final call. Do you want it to be everyone or just the manifester?
What do we think, team?
I think everybody, but that's
let's
just
do
me.
it. Everybody.
Yeah,
All right.
all or nothing.
So you're all gathering around trying to heal yourself, and there's this mishmash of manifesting energy going on. As I don't know if the Asgard ladies want to try and do any of the Song of Healing, but there's void healing going on. There's self healing going on. There's a song kind of comes up. Plank makers over there like manifesting tools to ratchet their hand back on and stuff like that. So everybody's pulling it together, and there's this boom, and it rocks you all so hard that your brain is kind of scrambled and you're afflicted.
Cool.
Wait.
What that means is your dice cache is reduced to half.
Wait, wait a minute.
Oh, well, we said everybody. What we meant was just plank maker.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So one for each of you.
Does Dave have?
A lot of them.
Amazing.
Right. Okay, this is all right, Chad. Give me 3 separate 3d4 results.
I love everything about this right now.
One for everyone.
I love it. I love it.
It just means they're having a good time, which is good.
Now what we're gonna do, because there's enough for all of you, there's the wham, and Melosi, you're like, oh my head, and you like start to stumble around, and you're all like, you know, the Asgard sisters are like, oh, are you okay? And then wham, wham, wham.
It's too much. Hold on.
Too much healing.
All right, I better make a list here. Oh snap.
Dave has too many points. It's over 9,000, I think.
It has to be more than that because they're 12,000 each.
While whoever's rolling 5, okay, I'm gonna need another 3d4 from someone for the first manifesting event. We are going ham.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much.
Oh, there was 11. Okay. Last one. Right. Yes. Right. Okay. So the 11, that one we took care of with Melosi. So we know that Melosi's brain is a bit scrambled.
Oh, so just the afflicted is Melosi?
Yes, at this point, because the
Some of us might get some afflictions. We don't know.
you're all, yeah, exactly.
Everybody else gets something cool. I'm like,
Let's go, Super Saiyan. Come on, Moss.
Perfect time to go see a fate worm.
So to speed things up, if one of you will give me a 3d4 roll while we wait for that fourth 9.
9.
Thank you. Okay.
Last one is 9.
Right. As these manifesting events are popping off, Inazi, yeah. Suddenly you lose your vision. You cannot see. You're like, wait, what's going on? And everything that was dark enough already is now pitch black. No visual ability whatsoever.
It's so dark. What's happening?
Oh dear.
please
So, like,
don't yell. Head.
Did you manifest affect light in the wrong way?
Arithne, you feel a familiar as your musculature rips up again and you feel super powerful. So it's almost like a repetition of what you've already experienced.
Cool.
Kevin, if you would give me that 3d4 roll I still need, because you are left.
Dropping stuff, sorry. 1, 1, 1, 3.
Okay. Yes, I needed one more for the 7. I didn't get it yet, but I have it now. And that was a 3. While, okay, where's my, gotta find my deal. There we go. Okay. Melosi.
It's always great when the DM laughs.
You're sort of confused. You're not able to fully comprehend what's going on. Your dice cache is jacked.
Yeah.
Inazi, you cannot see. You're like trying to figure out what's going on. Melosi's asking you not to speak so loudly. Arithne's like, I can get behind this, and like flexing and checking out. However, Kabanmas, you notice that the sky begins to change somehow. You have not seen the sky act like this before. Even as dark as it is, and with the purplish twilight, you see clouds form in the sky, and they close in overhead, and all of the Lenai look around as well. And Arithne, even you start to notice as violet lightning begins to streak out of the sky and thunder erupts, and everything starts to feel supercharged. Let's see. Yes, indeed. You feel, Arithne, your muscles, they just feel locked in, like this is the new you. Inazi, you're like, I can't shake this vision problem. Somebody help me. You're not used to things lasting this long. Melosi, you're like, what's going on, man? You just can't piece it together as this lightning, this purple lightning is striking, and these clouds and the thunder, and you have never seen anything like this. And for the next several seconds, this storm just hovers over you and nothing about your condition changes. And then all of a sudden the storm passes, and Inazi, your vision returns, and Melosi, your mind clears, and Arithne, you return back to your normal physical form. And a couple of the Lenai just sit down where they were standing, and you hear a lot of whoosh, and just the chaos has passed, but a lot of things you have never seen before.
That was so crazy. That was amazing.
What was that?
I don't know that amazing is the word that I would pick for it, but
What did you do?
I didn't do that. I didn't do anything. I made it go away. I felt the lightning. It was purple. It felt kind of weird, and everybody's back to normal now. So let's go fight a fate worm. Yeah.
Linkmaker says, let's not have that happen again, especially until we figure out what is going on with this Woosham and this fate worm and so on. Let's avoid that at all costs, please. Did everyone make their healing rolls, by the way? Don't forget to check that.
Maker, you have to understand that, the power of manifesting, it's beyond our control. There's different forces out there that they have a say in it, different powers on high that they can weigh in. It doesn't really matter what we think. It just sometimes it happens.
Let this one rephrase what this one is saying. If we can help it, don't do that.
Good insight check so bad, but I know that doesn't work here. I was like, what did you do?
I make a lore check to try to figure out what he did, or have I just not heard of this before?
Yeah, this is
What they did.
it's I will say that there's all kinds of strange things that you've heard about that happen out in the world, and that's part of the reason why Nazi probably wanted to become an explorer for sure. It's like, what's the stuff? Like, what is really going on out there? And so this stuff happening, I might even suggest, not to take away anybody's agency, but Nazi's like, that's fantastic, and Arithne might be like, that's effed up.
I feel like that tracks. Like character profile wise.
Yeah. As long as my vision came back and I could still like do my artwork, I'm like, oh, that was an experience. Amazing.
Gonna paint that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all black on the canvas.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. So yeah, I will add one other thing. As you collect yourselves, you take a moment, repair your armor. So anybody who has regular armor, you can restore your armor factor. Armor factors, if you have that kind of armor. And you collect yourselves to approach. There's a bit of a squelch and the sound of one of those Magrota being killed. And walking out of the shadows and into the firelight is Katara as well. And Katara
We're going to
sidles.
stay away. I knew it.
She sidles up to Melosi and she says, I couldn't let you risk your pretty hide without me around to watch out for you.
I mean, we were doing well enough.
Well, sure, I had to come see for myself.
That one over there with the thing sticking out of its head. I did that.
She's just like, oh, and she half bends over and lifts the knee and like, wow, how did you even do that?
You know.
Yeah,
just-
I do. I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of
Flexes.
manifest behind him, so there's like glittering light around him, so he just looks really like radiant. It's like in like Dreamweaver music video. There's like this weird swirly kind of thing.
Yeah. There's almost like a Valentine pink in Katara's eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
flexing. Just, yeah, I did that. Anyway. High five. Come on, man. Yeah.
I would be remiss if I let Arithne walk away without realizing that there may be something harvestable in the big dead creature, by the way.
I have lore now. That lets
Yes.
me
So,
attempt at that.
yeah.
I mean, if we have time for a harvest, I will gladly try to harvest something from that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your roll. Called roll lore.
If you can get that mandible that I got, that'd be awesome.
Can I assist her at all?
On a called roll, you can, depending on if you want to wait and see what the outcome is. But yeah.
Yeah, I got a 3 to 1. I also have advantage, so I can bump it up to a 4.
You could also re-roll the 1 and try. Well, yeah,
Oh,
you could re-roll
I
the
could
1
re-roll
and try to get a 4, and then use a primacy to bump the other 3 to a
Yeah,
4 for that.
Okay.
That's
Do
the
Also, if you still got your key point, that does things too.
Mm-hmm. Did you spend the key point on? You did because you needed
I
it
did.
for your body attack.
Okay, that's right. I got a 2. So 3 and a 2 now. So I'll still bump that up to a 4 so I can at least get 1 success.
Okay, Kabatmos, did you want to do an assist on that?
Yeah, I want to try to if I could.
Yeah, just throw that D4.
You got it. I can read it. 3.
Okay, so that's a 2, 3, and a 4. So not quite enough to help. But what you do, so you think, okay, this thing is stone. If there's anything in it, it probably just needs to be broken into pieces to try to get the thing out of it. So I'm not sure how you want to break it into pieces, but that's the information that you get.
Okay. Could
Can we
I?
Elementeers maybe use our abilities to kind of
Can I just go smash
affect
it?
the earth and snap it and move it around? Maybe.
I mean, Melissa, you can just march up and smash it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
that'll get the
Well, here
job
I got
done.
another one in my pack from before. Then here, I set it on the ground. Bust that open too.
One
okay.
of the little ones.
Just Pick up one of the little ones and just
Smash it. Yeah. You smash it and it breaks into chunks. It doesn't completely pulverize, but you break it into chunks and there's nothing in the little one.
okay. Walk up and hammer fist the big one.
Okay, just go right into the thorax.
Yeah.
Watch this guitar of the Vardian. Watch this.
You remembered.
Yeah.
Cultural
Beautiful.
body.
Cool. 4 and a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you punch it, you crack it, and everybody jumps in and starts pulling and pushing and bust this thing open. And when you do, inside you find a smoldering stone, a gemstone that smolders with radiance of like fire, and there's a little warmth to it. And yeah, you have acquired yourself an empowered stone. That's got a value of 5.
Nice. I'm gonna carefully wrap that up.
And again, empowered stones are things that you can use to barter into with the Wotana, for example, or they can be crafted into more, empowered items.
Gotcha.
All right. Anyone want to do anything else before you? Katara says, we're going into the cave, huh? Going into the mountain.
Yeah, you gonna come with us this time?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll watch out for this one, and just keeps nodding over towards Melosi.
Yeah, watch from the back.
I do.
So is everybody all healed up then, Seer?
As much as you could, whatever you rolled. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And we don't get any primacy back at all
No.
from resting? Okay, just check. All right.
No.
All right. I think it's time.
Gonna
Very well.
see what's up with the fate worm.
Oh yeah. By the way, Guitar, it's a fate worm that we're dealing with.
A younger one. It's pink. A younger one. It turned Woosham into stone and took him in the crevice.
Yeah, I've heard about those. Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Maybe
Okay.
it'll help us close the crevice if we're nice to it.
Who cares about the crevice?
I mean,
There's
more
a
things are gonna.
fate worm in there.
We'll be fine. It's fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah. This is going to be the best song ever, Anazi. When we're all done, you sit down, you figure it all out, and you perform it. It's going to be amazing.
Yep.
Katara says, you're going to write a song about it?
Power ballad for sure.
Probably.
Like about everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely couldn't leave out a Tale of the Sightbringer.
All right. Okay. All right. She brushes off her tunic.
That was pretty good, Melosi. That was pretty good.
All right, let's go. So let us approach the volcano. Dun, 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 dun. If you want to look in roll 20, you can start to get some idea. If you
Map
please
change.
place your tokens at
That's a big
the
old map.
front entrance, which is basically right there in the middle.
Oh, I see. I'm trying to scroll for more map, but that's it. I thought it was off my screen.
Oh, sorry. That's all you can see. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's fine. That's fine.
And where's Plink? There it is. And there's Katara.
So, hunters, what's our plan here?
Katara's behind Melosi and puts her left arm over Melosi's shoulder and like points like, oh, we're gonna go in there and fight it.
That's a solid plan.
I mean, it's
I like it. Yeah. Pretty
Simple,
good.
easy to remember.
Yep.
And then she pats Melosi on the shoulder. All right. Well, hey. All right, somebody.
All right, I'll go in. Just-
I'll step in too because I want to use all sight to try to find anything hidden when we were initially doing the peek in.
Okay. All right. So you may make a called roll lore on that as you manifest all sight.
That is just a 3 and a 2.
Is it worth bumping it?
Yes, since I still have one advantage left. And yes, I will bump it just to know what is in here. So that's a 4 and a 2 now.
Okay. So in the immediate 12-foot area, so again, the way that affected area works is it's 12 feet adjacent to you wherever you want to place it. Actually, no, it could be anywhere within 128 feet. But I'm assuming you're putting it somewhere within proximity to where you're at. See if there's anybody like invisible creeping around or hidden.
Yeah, I
is
think
the
that would be
idea.
the best source.
And so basically in front of you, with about 12 feet in front of you there, you don't perceive anything.
Okay.
And you could even move it another 12 feet forward before it diminishes, unless you're going to try to maintain it. But doesn't seem to be anything hidden, and there's not a lot place to hide as you initially get in there. It's pretty natural. The volcanic activity seems to be mellowed down. It's warm, but it's not scalding.
Okay. I'm going to try to maintain it while we're creeping in here.
Okay. Entering the mountain, you feel a radiant heat unlike anything you've experienced before. Magma and fire burn brightly, however, offering plenty of light to see by. And as you all press in, oops. Katara stays right behind Melosi. And plank maker on the other side. All right. Start pressing in there.
Oh, thank you, Flan Blackmore.
Welcome, Flan. Welcome.
Seems pretty clear so far. This will just keep moving in. That's a huge jump. Let's move in.
Inside the cavern, you find a staggering lava dome. The height of the ceiling reaches perhaps 100 feet or more. Wide basalt columns partially block equally wide corridors, and the crackle of cooling rock and bubbling magma, liquid hot magma, enlivens the air. And I need everyone to make a called roll body, please.
Oh no,
That's my jam.
Oh wow, 2 4s. I love that.
Whoa.
They're 4 and a 3.
Okay.
2 3s.
Okay.
Got a 4 and a 1.
All right. As you're entering in, Arithne and Melosi, you see there's a strange elbow sticking out of the wall. And Kaban Moss, you see it as well, and you swing off of it. And, like you see it sticking out there. It's just a weird elbow.
Yeah, grab it, swing, and then land on ground.
Yeah. However, all three of you, it seems odd. It's an odd shape out of the wall. The rest of it is pretty well just natural and formed, but this weird elbow shape, I mean, it literally looks like an elbow shape sticking out of the wall.
Is it to where it's connecting from the wall into the floor, or does it look like a lever type deal?
It looks like it's connecting into the wall.
So just into the wall.
Yeah, like top comes out, bottom goes in, or bottom comes out, top goes in, or yeah.
Okay.
Is anybody heavier than me want to swing on it? I mean, I'm only like 25 pounds, so.
I want to push it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You push on it, and you see that also the section of the wall is more rust colored than the surrounding basalt. and as you push on the arm, the elbow, it breaks away. And you see a small cavity, and within the cavity, you know an embedded bronze object.
I reach in for the object.
Okay, you pull away the basalt, you break it away, and pulling from the wall, you find a bronze horn inlaid with Arithne, Tylaru's Harmony wood, also known as bloodwood. And this item looks to be significantly important in some way.
Well, this is just junk. And just
No, throw it.
All right. Is this of importance to you?
There's a story in our village of an Asgul named Talaru who grew a tree from earth and crystal. And the crystal grows along the veins and it makes the most beautiful music. And it was not, the tree was lost to time. But there were legends of elements of it that were made into instruments that could potentially also be, if nurtured right, could regrow the tree. And I think that might be one of them.
Well, this obviously belongs to you.
Would you like the empowerment stone I harvested in exchange for it to make it fair?
No. You hold on to it for me. This is more important to you than I.
Thank you, Melosi.
Why was it in the wall, and why did that look like an elbow? And I'm looking in the hole to see if like there's more of a body in there, like that was a person stuck
Based
in the
on,
wall.
on your roll, it looks like that there was a person that literally got.
Oh, this was an actual elbow. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got it.
ick.
Oh, no.
Should we get them out? You know,
There's nothing to get out. As you look at it, like the orange or the stain is clearly iron, there's not much to recover there. I will have Arithne make a lore roll called roll lore.
Yes. No, that's double twos.
Anybody want to help?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
I rolled a 4.
nice, very nice.
Sisters.
All right.
Ian's got advantage from Flan Blackmore too.
Thank you, Flan.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna need
You
it.
know this. You know that.
The sisters get together and look at it, and you both recognize the Talaru's wood aspects of it, and you're talking about it and thinking more about the lore. And there is a land plaque story about an item like this called Nala's Retort. And it was an item that was first made for the huntress Nala Dalniak by a Wotanla ally at the end of the first year of the emergence. So this item is almost 100 years old, and then made of this rare material. And I am going to send the description of it into chat, and then you all can talk about it, or Arithne and Inazi can talk about this item. It's a bit of a long description. Oh,
Does my my trinket, my cultural item, does it react to it at all?
what do you do to find out? Like you just like,
Just the nature of what it is. Does it?
I would think that as you're paying attention to what's going on and you bring forward that or you're like paying attention to the crystal. So what you see in this wood is it's got a lot of sort of rainbow effect in the wood grain itself, and then it's also got a line of crystal that runs through it, like orange crystal that makes sort of a river in it. If you think the way that things are, like you carve into something that's like a geode, and then it's got the finish over the top.
Cool.
It sort of has that effect to it, and there's reflection in the crystal when you bring your ember near it.
Oh, very, very.
And it's not a surface reflection. It's like an internal energy exchange when you get close.
Excellent. It's definitely from before the emergence, that's for sure. We're standing in the presence of a pretty powerful artifact, I think. I mean, you ladies, you have to take it. You have to use it. It's especially if it belongs to such an important person of your history.
It's part of your history. It's part of who the both of you are.
Well, it's a little part of Lanplok history too. The Terrell's Harmonies, the tree, but this, from an old tale, was carved by Wutan for, you said the name was Nuala?
What did I say? Nala.
Nala.
Nala Dalniak.
Nala Dalniak of the Lanplok clan. And it is very powerful. It's limited in use, like most magical artifacts are. But it's part of its function. It can act as a manifestation. I think if I'm remembering it right, once per day the user can summon a Groth.
Ooh.
Definitely something from the Lanplok. He kind of just rubs both of his bracers. Really?
Yeah, it's like I guess it's part of both of our cultures, it seems like.
That's a wonderful connection.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be useful for whatever we find in here.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, have I ever told you guys why the Lenai are so chaotic?
I don't
Because-
think so.
It's because we believe that things happen for a reason. We believe in destiny, and everything comes back full circle the way it's supposed to. So it doesn't really matter if we're chaotic now. We enjoy all the little bizarre, strange things of the world. And this is just way too coincidental to be a coincidence. It's like we were led here for this.
When you look at that,
or it
Kaban
is
Mas.
just coincidence. I don't know. Could be anything.
When you look at that, Kaban Mas, there's a little bit of wisdom in you. He like boops your nose. Boom.
Aw.
Just have it.
So,
Katara's like, you'd be such a good dad.
It's my best friend.
Lankmaker says,
having a bro hug.
item. We should probably press on if we're going to have any hope of helping Wusham.
yeah. Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're here to do something. Well, I thought Wusham was dead, though.
Wusham is very much dead, yes.
Well, we're here for some reason. We're trying to help the Lenai.
Yeah, we're gonna
And-
take out that fate worm.
No, I'm here to see my first fate worm. I'm excited.
Well, please, lead on.
I'll push forward.
All right.
I'm gonna step back out of the way so Katara of the of the Vardien can get in directly behind my boy again.
Yeah. It's like Magrota skitter about as you proceed in, turning their attention upon you as you move into the space. However, the creatures appear skittish and do not engage, seeming to observe your arrival with curiosity more than aggression. And as you press on into the room,
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Ooh.
The ring of fire.
let's get some folks caught up here. Katara, And then who's following Qatar? Was that Kabanmas?
Yeah, I was right after her. I can grab myself. Boom.
And then we'll put, I think we'll put Plankmaker last.
How flammable is he? Is he going to be having problems in here?
No more than you all.
Okay.
Okay.
Just make sure.
Valid.
Let's see. Is that Arithne? Is that your figure?
Inazi moved up behind Kaban Moss.
Okay. Get Arithne to move up.
Yeah, everything is the orange one? Yeah,
Yeah.
It's orange. I can't tell the color from here. Yeah, it's orange.
For some reason, it lets me place it on the map, and then it won't let me move her around.
Oh, really?
It's so weird. It's
Yeah, let me
the first time this is happening, so Roll 20 just is not my friend.
We can delete it and then you can add it again.
Okay.
Just want to grab a new one. I'll get rid of that one.
Okay.
We
That might
love
be-
technology tonight, everybody.
That's great.
Been treating us well.
All right. So I'll just reveal a lot more of that so you can kind of get the layout. But yeah, you see the all about. See them? Magrota.
Yeah.
Those are the big mommy ones, too.
No, these
are
aren't.
daddies. I don't know.
These are the little ones.
Oh, those are the little ones. Okay.
Yeah. But they're not crowding you, so. Essentially, though, you press on into this just ever widening cavern, and you make it up to here. Let me see. Make it up to here, pressing straight through.
Ah. There we go.
Rounding a column, you cannot help but see the large form resting atop a pile of boulders on the far side of the cavern. A scalded magenta beast with lacy wings and a mask of skull-like white scales and backward projecting antlers holds a small red gem of about 6 inches in length, which it seems to contemplate as you arrive. The beast sweeps its tail reflexively and turns its head in your direction. Allies for the disruptor, I see. Who among you know of the great Uxrengara?
I'll do a lore check.
Okay, this is going to be at an increased difficulty.
Cool. I got a 3 and a 1.
You have not heard of Uxrengara.
I'm just gonna look at Plankmaker. Have you heard of him?
No idea.
It's great.
So I'm going to have everyone. Okay.
Kaban Moss, maybe this would be a good time for your silver tongue. Charm them to tell us what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. It's really big though.
That's okay. We're not here to harm it.
Hello, great fate worm. He says, stepping forward. I'm Kanban Mas of the Linai. We have come. I look back to make sure they're still behind me. I take a breath because they are. We have come to speak with you.
What do you know of Uxrengara then, Linai Kaban Moss?
That was very majestic how you said that. Thank you so very much. You got the pronunciation perfect. I don't know anything about that. Why don't you regale us with its legend? That way we can be able to help you as best we can.
None of you, will know of me now. Perhaps I will let one among you live to warn of my wrath. You can choose your combat order.
Oh.
And no negotiations then. Cool.
Yeah, that went out the window.
That was bad. Sorry, everybody. Oh boy, combat order. But geez, I don't even know. I don't know if it would be a matter of Kaban Mas is so freaked out he wants to react as quick as possible to get out of here, or if he is going to be the slowest to react.
I'm right behind Kabama, so I'll take the first in the turn order.
All right, Melosi. Let me go first. And Katara. And Clinkmaker. Can't. Who's going to go second?
Inazi will go second.
Okay. Third?
Arithne will go third.
So Kabon you're fourth.
That's it.
Got
I
it.
love it. This is the only game that I know of that I'm like, yes, I want to go last every time.
All right. Okay, Melosi. What are we going to do?
So being that I'm behind Kabama, I'm just going to grab him by the shoulder, but you did your best you could and kind of put him behind me. And I want to I want a creature morph,
Okay.
but is there I want a creature morph into a large Groff. Is that possible?
Yeah, I believe the largest Groff is within your natural range already. So let me see if I did not do myself that favor, but I will do it this way. Yes, so Groff sizes are actually, you can morph into something that is +4 to your current IS, correct?
Yeah.
And your current IS is 14.
Yes.
So you may morph into the largest Groff if you're successful.
That is what I want to do.
You do want to do 1 or 2 dice?
2.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So that's a 4 and a 2.
Okay.
Can I use my key point on that too?
It won't do you any good.
It won't. Okay.
No, because you would have to get another 4 to get the maximum success, and a 3 is not enough.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's where I'm at.
Okay. So you describe how you change. So what happens is your tools and weapons become your claws and teeth. Your armor and clothing becomes your hide, and your equipment becomes part of the bulk as you change form. How does that look like with you, though?
This is probably like the swiftest Animorph type change deal. It's like one smooth movement. Grab Kaban Moss by the shoulder, put him behind. I'm still moving forward and just instinctually going all fours, and it just shifts right there. And I just start just growling intensely, try to, be big. It's a bear. Be big.
Nice. You become a 10-foot tall / long, sort of a fox bear for human beings on Earth. Your movement scale is the same.
Okay.
Your injury scale, the creature itself has 12. So,
Okay.
No armor. You do, however, have a +2 damage factor.
Okay. And so morphing into that creature, that's 2 of my 3 cash, and so I can use that third one for an attack.
If you want, yes, if you wish. Now, the problem is, let's see where you're at on the map, because you all didn't move too closely. You might be too far away, because that's only 8 squares.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one gets you up to there.
Okay. And even moving up there, I'm still not close enough.
You know what? No, you're not. No, but not
Okay.
for melee. But what you could use your other action to finish your movement, but that wouldn't give you an attack. So then you'd just be in melee range with no attack.
Okay. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
And I would like to hold my last die for assistance.
Okay. Don't forget, you also have the delayed action option, which is the new rule. Just as a reminder.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'll do that then. So
Okay.
I'm pretty much taking the point like I'm point aggression, right? Fully morphed into this large groff, which, by the way, it is like this golden brown, and then the scarifications that I have on my chest as my human shape, they shift into, like stripes and designs on the groff.
Mhm.
So
Love
it's like
it.
that's still him. But yeah, so I'm pretty much taking point to be like the main aggressor towards this, and then I'll hold that action to someone else.
Okay, you got it. All right, so you have a delayed action, and Blank Maker moves up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, running after you, and aims at the worm and says, "Be gone, foul beast," and fires. Correct. Blank Maker. Blank Maker has recovery.
Blank Maker, no.
No.
Does anyone want to assist Blank Maker?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
That's a 4.
Hey, all right.
Let's go.
As Plank Maker fires this time, you grab the wind and you pull it together and shove the bolt. I'm taking away your agency. Sorry, I just thought it'd be kind of cool.
That's great.
To slam into the creature, and Plank Maker does hit for a little bit of damage. And I have to check my stat block on this bad boy. So. And actually, Plankmaker's bolt hits, and when it does, scales scatter, and the bolt falls away.
Was that like a signal of like that was little of effect? Like,
Little to none.
okay.
Yeah. But Plankmaker has a second shot, which they take, and that's a 4. Oh, whack. And that finds that same point where the scales are, where the scales flittered out, and it sinks into that wound. And Uxangara roars, minor, and adjusts on their stone pillar, and it is Uxangara's turn. The worm launches into the air, and there's this like bzzz, kind of combined sound of these wings as they swing. So they go straight up about 14 feet and then arc around this way and hover. And
Is there a way that I could take a swipe at it when it passed me?
it went 14 feet up from where it was, and melee's 4 feet. And you were, let's see, 4, 8, 12 feet away already.
Okay. And I don't have any reserve movement to just jump in the air.
I don't know. How much movement did you take?
So I don't think it was the full 32.
8. It was.
It was.
It
Okay.
was, yeah, to there.
Never mind.
Let me think. Oh, and movement can either be your action or it's not part of whatever delayed action you take by rule.
Got it.
Okay. So, but Uxangara moves here and exhales toward the group, and this manifesting energy erupts from them. The rule says attacks all creatures in an 8-foot wide area with a range of 4 feet times the worm's size factor, which is substantial. 1, 2, see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. That's everybody.
Yay!
So fun.
So let's see if it hits though. All right. Ukrangara, that is a 1-2. So you all see this coming, you scatter out of the way, and this manifesting energy just shoots like a roar right through everyone and misses the whole group. Like angles wrong, too high overhead or something, as you all dodge out of the way. And so he snarls and dives toward, let me see. Who's that right in front? Oh, Kaban Moss. So actually dives down here and lands. Boom, right in the middle.
Uh,
Kaban Moss, that's going to be one strike at you as
Hey.
the Fate Worm claws at you. That's a 3. I'm going to bump it to a 4 for a single hit for 2 injuries. Addressed by armor factor if you have it.
Yep.
And then Arithne, the tail, whack, slaps at you. That's also 3. I'm going to bump it to a 4. 2 primacy down. And you take 3 injuries. Actually, sorry, I misquoted you both on that because of the size of the creature. Kaban Moss, you took, did I say 1?
You said 2.
2, you took 5. And Arithne, you take 6.
I have 2 in armor, so I'm going to take 4.
You got it.
Cool, that's half. Awesome.
I'm gonna have hit points too. Yay!
Yay!
And Anazi is up.
All right. Is there like a pile of rocks or something that I can sort of try and pin its wings down with, so it can either be like slowed or immobilized?
Oh, you want to try and collapse the roof on top of it or something? to pin
Yeah.
it? Let's give it a shot. Yeah, so you,
Love it.
and the cavern starts to quake and you roll your dice.
That is a 3 and a 2, so I'm gonna use primacy and bump it to a 4.
Okay, I'm going to roll my challenge. No, that is not successful. All right, so you bring down the ceiling on the creature and hold it, pin it for a moment right there in place. Nicely done. You saw the die?
Can I do healing song on my sister?
Okay, absolutely, go for it. You have 1 die, right?
Yep. That is a 4.
Hey, roll 1d4 to heal.
Thank
Arithne.
you.
And 3 points.
Awesome.
Oh, beautiful.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
sister.
And
Awesome.
are you going to stay there? Where you at?
I will move back just a little bit to there-ish.
Okay. All right, very good. It is Arithne's turn.
I'm going to analyze weakness on this thing. That's 2 2s, so no, I don't.
All right.
Okay.
Does anyone want to assist if they can?
I'll try to assist because I'm right there next to it with her, and maybe now that I've talked with it a little bit more, maybe something from my memories coming back to remember. I don't know.
Yeah, throw that die.
Nah, that's a 1.
Okay, so Arithne, you do get recovery,
Yay.
and it is Katara's turn. Katara is also going to creature morph. Katara collects in and starts to fold, and bat-like wings sprout out where her arms were, and her legs turn to taloned claws. Oh my goodness. And she turns into this, what you all recognize as a Korsketant, which is a bird of prey,
Nice.
and launches off the ground and attacks 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. From above. And hits. Yeah, for 1. Scratching at the creature. And then peels off to about there. And it is Kabanmas's turn.
Okay. So I'm all up in here with the Fate Worm. I'm going to go ahead. I want to try to, looking around the area real quick, I want to try to affect the earth directly beneath it since it's partially pinned by those rocks that Anazi threw down on it. So what I want to do is I want to actually affect the earth to try to make it so one of its legs sinks down into the ground, and I want to try to close the earth up so it gets pinned to the ground. Kind of that effect I tried in the previous session, didn't quite work all that well. I want to try that now.
Okay, so a sort of a separate immobilize
Yeah.
type.
I only have 2 dice remaining. I'm going to use them both.
No. Your dice cast resets at the start of your turn.
Oh, it does. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still going to use 2, and I'm going to use my advantage that Bleak Season gave me from earlier. Actually, I can wait. You said
You can wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and see what your roll is first.
a 3 and a
Yeah,
1.
just so everybody knows, the advantage isn't typically a thing. This is
This is for
special.
the chat. This is for
Yeah.
the game. Yeah, the stream. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 3 to 1. So I'm gonna use my 1 advantage from Bleak. Thank you, Bleak. So that's gonna be I reroll. Was it both of them or just one of them?
one of them. Well, we've been letting folks roll that 3 to a 4 as well, more like a primacy point.
Okay, I'll just reroll the 1. It's a 3, so I'm gonna use. So I have 2 3s basically. So I'm gonna use. Hang on a second. Double 3s. I don't need recovery. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use
Double 3s
primacy.
does get recovery, but you can use your primacy to make it a success instead.
Yeah, I'll use a primacy to make it a success. So I have a
Okay.
4.
All right, let me see if Uxingara can challenge it. That's a 3, and I will bump it to a 4 to pull away as you attempt to trap that leg.
Okay. Okay.
But it's the primacy gone for Uxingara.
Yep.
Do you have any dice left or any actions you want
That
to
was
take?
both of my dice. I'm going to pull out my healing tincture and ready that for usage.
Okay, so you used 1 2-die action. You have 1 die left, and pulling
Well, I
out
use my
your.
1 die to assist.
Oh no, yeah,
on her.
but that reset
But it
at the
reset,
start of your
that's
turn.
right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Now you could take the tincture as an action, taking it out as a free action. If that was your intent, or if you were going to give it to someone else, that would be a different.
Oh no, I was gonna drink it real quick.
Do you want to do that as your
I'm
other?
not sure what I'm not. Kevin's not sure what a tincture is. Is that like a potion?
It's a potion. Yeah, it's.
Okay.
It's.
So
I always
So I'll
picture it to
take
be
it.
more
It's
concentrated.
1d4 IS, which is a 3.
Okay, and that
Yeah.
does use your other action die. So
Yep,
your cache is
cool.
empty now. All right.
Perfect. It puts me at 7 out of 8.
Sweet. Okay. That takes us back to Melosi.
All right, let's try to do something. So I'm going to move all up in its face. That should be my full movement, actually, to do that.
Yep.
And because I know that they're probably going to do something to shake this and try to get back mobile again.
Mhm.
I want to bite at their wings, because you said they're kind of like insect wings, so like veiny, papery, kind of somewhat.
Yeah.
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 I want to try to rip off one set of wings.
So you're going to try and hobble them. There's not typically like a full-on maim, but there's
Yeah,
a
I
status
gotcha.
effect. So you could attempt to just make it difficult for them to move by hobbling, make it hard for them to fly, or you could do a damaging attack, and if you do a high success, you could make hobbled part of that outcome.
Yeah, I want to get some damage on it. I don't want to just kind of affect it. Like I want to get it kind of down. So I'll damage. I want to do
Okay.
damage to it.
You got it. So you snarl in and you go to rend the wings.
Oh man, that's 2 4s.
There it is.
I have a
Nice.
question though,
Wow.
because I remember this when we were talking in session 0. Could I still use a primacy to bump that 4 to a 5 and make it like crazy?
You cannot. We actually, this
Okay.
has been a conversation that we've had about that. 5s are specific for increased difficulty
Okay.
or beating challenges.
Okay.
That's
Then
what those are for. You've got the best roll you can get right there.
Yeah, I'll take what the good dice gave me. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get any better in this battle. And
So
then
2d4 damage plus 2 damage factor.
2. Got it. So it's 3 and 2 for 5, so 7.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah, you rip into the wings and you tear some of that fabric, and Uxangara cries out again and in rage and pain. And how you doing, Uxangara? Okay. Looking unhappy. And that was your one action?
Yeah, that was my one action, and I'm gonna save my 3rd die for help for assistance.
Okay, you got it. All right, Plankmaker jumps back. Oh, that's you. Plankmaker's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fires at Uxangara with that crossbow. Oh, double 4s. Plankmaker showing up
Plankmaker, yes.
Right.
for 5. Plankmaker's bolt goes right under the jaw and through the other side.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
Uxangara gurgles and chokes, and Plankmaker aims and fires again. That's another 4.
Wait, has he been here the whole time?
I don't know what he did to fix his wrist, but that made all the difference.
Yep.
Uxangara is thrashing around and is going to attempt to mobilize and get out from underneath this pile of rocks. They push and leap and try to jump into the air. And this is going to be at an increased difficulty because of the hobbled situation. It's a 1 and a 2. That's not going to be enough for Uxangara. Instead, they lean their head back this way and breathe on Melosi, Kaban Moss, and Plankmaker.
Breathing on me with that hot breath. I don't appreciate that.
That's a 4 and a 1 for 5 injury to each of you.
Now, my armor from before, what were the stipulations for that getting used up? As soon as it takes...
As soon as it takes its damage, it's broken until it's either repaired during combat by someone with tech or until after the combat order.
So
And
now
this isn't something that we can challenge, or what do you
No,
even matter?
this is a physical attack.
Okay.
All right, so my armor is gone, is what you're saying.
Yes,
Okay.
And you said it was 5.
5 total. Yeah.
Ooh,
we're
I'm
still-
down to 2.
We're still vibing.
But old Uxangara is trapped there on the ground and seems to be struggling mightily after severe attack damage from everyone else. I gotta get Plankmaker some more damage.
I got something for him.
And it's Anazi's turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think she watches this hot blast sort of hit her friends and just shouts out a sonic attack.
All right, screaming through the chamber at Uxangara. Go ahead and roll that attack.
Double 4s.
Wow.
Let's go. We need it.
Go ahead and describe how you kill this adolescent fate worm, Uxangara.
What?
Yeah, baby.
You killed
I think it's just like a no. And that's like all, it's just sort of a primal scream of like, you're not going to hurt my friends.
Your shout lays open the hide, and Uxangara throws back their head and screams, and the chamber rattles, and bits of stalactite fall, and the worm falls dead.
Yes.
Just for flavor, just to commemorate my sister's amazing victory with killing a fate worm, and Arithne is going to blow the horn that has not been blown in like the longest time, and just to like pour a Nazi.
How many blasts?
Why not 3? Let's go all 3.
Dude, why not 3?
All right, roll roll that.
Awesome.
That's double force.
This blast echoes throughout the chamber in victory, and in Arithne's enthusiasm, the sound reverberates through the chamber as 2 massive groffs the size of Melosi appear, materialize next to Arithne, and look around, awaiting your directions.
All right, it does that. Oh, I was so excited.
As you all embrace, and the Magrota have like scattered all over the place in the chamber, and they're just, you see some have gone into their dens or whatever, their hovels, and one of the Groff looks down and squashes one that's standing nearby, and for a few seconds the Groff are there, and then they also fade away. And Plankmaker says, well, perhaps this would be sufficient then for the Lenai to assist these and this one with repairing the camp. We should find out. And then that's when you notice that there are a number of gemstones over by where Uxangara was holed up as well as Uxangara's body.
I was going to say, can I harvest?
Yeah. Let's harvest. So who all wants in on the harvesting, and we can make rolls?
Absolutely.
I want to help too.
Yeah, I'm jumping in on that.
Yeah, we're
definitely.
all doing it. We're all digging in. Yeah.
Out of creatures now.
Unite!
That's a 3 and a 2, so I'm going to use my last advantage to boost that to a 4 and a 2.
Oh, awesome. I think Chat was asking about manifesting event on that last, but I'm not sure which triples came up. Anybody remember?
Oh, because of all the 4s, because we had
all the 4s.
double 4s back to back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a great question. So for everyone's information, a manifesting event only happens when it's triples, and when that's on an assisted action. That's when the manifestation happens. The doubles and quadruples and all that kind of stuff have their own effects, but there's actually no instance where quadruples is possible. So not as a single action roll. So
my quadruples got 2 Groffs instead of 1.
that they did.
Yep.
Yeah. And
so
okay,
are we doing a call roll? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, call roll lore. What did everything get?
I got a 4 and a 2.
Okay.
I got a 4 and a 3. I'm going to use an advantage from my boy Flam Blackmore to make that double 4s.
Okay.
I also got a 4 and a 3, and I'll use my last advantage. We'll hit it up double 4s.
I got a 3 and a 2, and I also have advantage, so bumping it up.
Everybody got a 4.
Worm.
Yep.
Elementeers are unstoppable.
Elementeers.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
Plankmaker, no.
Here's how this happens. Now, the gemstones that are over by the stones, they're just out. And we can talk about those in a minute. Those don't have to be harvested because they're obviously there. But getting into the corpse of Uxangara, with all of that successes, those of you who got your 4s would actually be able to bump those to 5s now instead of your double 4s. Well, actually, your double 4s work just as well. Double 4s work for increased difficulty as much, in this instance, as much as 5 would. So here's what you harvest. 2 horns, And if you look at the body, they've got like their antlers kind of that come back off of white scales that go over the top of the head that make it look like a skull. Those antlers are worth value 4 each. And you all can decide how you want to divide this stuff up. The hide, enough of the hide for a value of 4. And the breath sac that you are able to remove with a couple of those awesome rolls gives you that manifestation energy in a sack. And what it does, you don't know, but it's got a value of 5. And so that's what you get out of the body. And you can, and then those stones, if you look at the stones, you see there are a total of 7 stones. There's obviously a red one there. There are different colors. There's a red one. There is 1 earth, 1 air, 1 water, another air, another water, and another water. So 3 water, 2 air, and 1 of the others.
We've got to fasten these into rings, everybody. We really are the Elementeers.
have
I'm
to.
serious. This is legit.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Your value on those stones, going down the line, so the firestone is worth, I have to get a different die here, one of the rare occasions.
Ooh.
Firestone is worth 8 value.
Wow.
The earthstone is worth 7 value. The first airstone is worth 9 value. The next one is worth 5. And then the first water is worth 6. The second water is worth 7, and the third is worth 5. Quite a haul.
Really good haul.
As you return to the village, the Lenai all gather around, and Acorn says, "Thank you for helping us and for doing what you could to rid us of the problem." And all the Lenai gather around, and they start closing that chamber and tamping down the volcano, and the volcano starts to die down and go back to being dormant. And Plankmaker says, "Well, perhaps these can help this one, and these restore the camp." And Acorn says, "Of course, we will do that. Probably everyone needs rest, and we'll be down there first thing after the darkening." And Plankmaker says, "Very well." And to summarize, as you go back and you spend a few days recovering and helping the Wotan restore their camp, and the Lenai, under the leadership of Acorn now in the passing of Wusham, form a much better alliance. And before you leave, Plankmaker says, "This one wishes to offer these gifts of thanks, items of special make from the Wotanla, and offers you each your choice of Armor Factor 1 leather armor that is persistent armor factor, which means it does not break during combat. A Wotan Master Tool, which anyone with technology would be able to use to manifest their temporary and permanent items at a decreased difficulty scale. Lyrithium Shackles. These are essentially handcuffs that, when put on a humanoid, it blocks the manifesting ability." Or a small bronze sword set with a crackling blue gem that does +1 damage factor electrical injury. And in light of those rewards and the accomplishments of your group, what were you? The
Elementeers.
The Elementeers. You have made a name for yourself among the Wotan and the Lenai in this region and may proceed on with your adventures with a new title and new gear. And that concludes our series. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes.
Congratulations. That was our first Fate Worm encounter, and it was an adolescent, so it was about stage 3 of 7 ages for that creature.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So,
Awesome.
also the Magranda, play name right now for the large Magrota. That was the fire-breathing bug. That was pretty good. That gave you a little bit of a challenge. I thought about bringing in a second one, but I thought in the interest of time, we could get to this encounter in time. And here we are. So congratulations. Thanks so much for joining me, Cast. It was been great to play with all of you and spend time doing this. And thanks to chat for joining us as well. Let's go ahead and do our outros. Let's go backwards, and we will start with Deb, if you will just give us your outro.
Yes, I'm Deb. I played Anazi. What a pleasure to be at this table and exploring the world of Nuovarden. Thanks so much, Ty, for inviting us to be part of this world. It's so great. I'm not on socials much, but I am on Instagram occasionally at dsweats. I also lurk in the Discord. So if you're not on Discord, join that, and we get into some fun there.
Awesome. Thank you. Hopefully have you at the table again sometime.
Yeah.
Kev.
Yeah, hi, I'm Kevin, and I'm found online at the socials at Kevran Games. And when I'm not here playing with these awesome, cool folks, I'm running my podcast, Game Night Heroes, which is an audio podcast that comes out every week. I also do stuff over on Wanderer's Haven. We play some Star Trek. We do some other stuff. And I'm ready for the next big, great adventure. Ty, this was awesome. Thanks so much for having me being here and doing this with everybody. You guys were all awesome. And it's the first time doing something with Ian and Deb, so thank you guys for hanging out and playing. It was so much fun. So thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. Awesome. Ian.
I didn't expect my Mondays to go so well. And this is definitely a vacation from what the 9 to 5 can bring. Thank you again for allowing me the opportunity to play here in your world with your just everything. Your system. This is a lot of fun, and I hope I get to play it again. But yeah, you guys, my name is Ian. I'm your boy Big on all socials. That's YABOIBIG. I'm in a lot of stuff. Definitely coming into the summer, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to be a part of and playing in. So definitely follow me on Twitter so you can see what I'm doing next. So yeah.
Awesome. It was such a pleasure. Thank you very much. And I have a couple of things to add, but I'll wait my turn. Let's go to Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I was playing Arithne tonight, and I want to thank you again, Ty, for having me be a part of this really cool game. That was an awesome series of final fights, and the rest of the cast for being so cool. It was great to play with everyone. I can be found at SBrownWrites on Twitter, and I can also be found under the handle Lavenza on Discord in the Guild Superior chat and over in Live from the Apocalypse. And as a matter of fact, I will be playing in a game on Live from the Apocalypse this Friday called A Season of Secrets and Shadows, a Regency-inspired Monster Hearts game. So check us out over there on Friday to see what we get up to.
Fun. That sounds great. I am DungeonMisterTy. Nuovarden is my creation. Adventure Slang Productions is the company that is producing it with my daughter as my co-pilot on the writing and the whenever I go every night, I go to the dev change log and I'm like, what about this? And I rely on her so much to say, well, that's very interesting, but problem with that or this, or that's a great idea. Let's go and do it. So that's how we do it. And then my friends, my home group friends, all the play testers, everyone who has helped contribute to bring this along. We are heading toward a crowdfunding to get this thing laid out and produced and printed and brought to life in completion. There's a lot more that goes into it. It's not a complex, crunchy game. It is a rules moderate game that my players say is easy to pick up and enjoyable to play without the mechanics getting in the way of the narrative. So that's news I like to hear. I also want to share that Ian and Stephanie in particular contributed to canon in the process of getting to know this game. Ian created a reference term to Katara in the old land plaque, which I grabbed real quick and put down in the lexicon as the what was the interpretation, the translation?
It's the Vyami, which it's the Sightbringer.
Yes, Sightbringer. Yeah, and hopefully Melosi and Qatar are very happy together somewhere down the line in the future. And then Stephanie created a legend, the myth of Talaru's
Flora's Harmony. Yeah.
Harmony, yeah, which turned into a flora type that is in the world now as well. And so the sort of just part of the backstory became canon. So that's super fun to do. And I always enjoy bringing that in as part of it. So it is a communal process, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. If you want to know more about what we're doing with Nuovarden, you can follow us at adventureslang.com. We have a calendar over there. We have our podcast where we talk about other guests and what they're doing instead of ourselves. We have the beta rules. We have art. We have just cool things to see, and we keep it updated, so we don't have to worry about falling behind. We're also on the social medias, DungeonMisterTy, at DungeonMisterTy, or at Adventure Slang. Whew. I'm ready to call it quits. Thanks so much, everyone. I appreciate it again. Fun to have chat, contribute to everything like they did, and we will see you next time with whatever we got going on somewhere.